Hey, Austin, can you hear me? Austin. Good. Austin, can you hear us? Fruit Loops.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, Fruit Loops, we got you.
Alright, can you guys hear each other?
Speak up.
Yes.
I can barely hear yourself.
You can barely hear Shelf. Okay, talk for me, Josh.
Check, mic check, 1, 2, mic
So
check.
You are number 2, so there you go. Talk
One,
Shelton.
two, three, four, five, four, three, two,
Shelton, that's kind of quiet.
Mic check.
One, let me boost him a little bit. Okay, keep talking, Shelton.
1, 2, 3,
I
4,
can hear him
5,
good.
6,
There you go, that
7.
sounds better.
Okay, thank you. Austin, this is going to be the best broadcast in Mix TV history.
It very well could.
Very well, nothing.
Yes.
We've got it. What? Right here. Yeah. That's our camera. How do we look, Austin? Do we need to move around?
Yeah,
Oh,
you'll probably have to step back a little bit during the break game. Did you just pour Coke everywhere?
No, not yet.
Terry's by himself tonight.
Where's Greg Phillips?
Out. Both of them are out.
Well, Terry's been laying out all year, so. Terry's doing it by himself. So, well, where's Greg? Well, Terry's been laying out all year, so. How do we look now? Look at him doing backflip. Watch this. Watch this. Here comes another.
Fans can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Each fan is
What is that? One display. Please have the military. Hey, Austin, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Is this centered? Are we centered with our camera?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, that looks good.
Boy, orders or whatever, and I looked and I said, breadsticks, please. Like breadsticks. Like just have some extra breadsticks when I get home, please.
Ori Van Den Walker. Van Den
Ori Van Walker. Vanada.
The man, the
Hey.
myth, the legend.
Hey, you win. Hey, who's the kid up here with? What's your name? What?
You
Hey,
weren't up here when I got
Blue
up here.
Loops. Austin.
Yes.
Give Ryan a gold star for running to Shelton's truck for him.
Okay, I will.
What? Me. Dang, I'm out too. Nah, I'm actually in the family. My two
Actually,
kids are Mexican.
actually, Puerto Rican.
I
There's a
know,
big
but
difference.
they're supposed Spanish.
Listen. I got a feeling you two go to Mexico. One of you not coming back.
Dude,
I don't know.
I'm coming back.
I don't know, but one of you is probably not making it
Which
back.
one are we going to? Tijuana? Because I definitely ain't
Would
going
you,
back.
Cancun?
I'd come back to Cancun. Tijuana's a different story.
Tijuana. Tijuana.
It was his name.
Yeah, Tia. Her first name was Tia. Her middle name was Juana.
First name is Tia. His last name is John. Tia John.
At this time, Cleveland High School Athletic Director Al Morris and Benchmark Athletic.
Oh, Morris is trying to move up in my neighborhood.
We lost.
Trying. Cleveland High School. Benny Monroe Stadium, Josh Rogers. Welcome tonight. It's just two of us tonight.
Thank goodness.
It means both of us will get a lot more words in.
Absolutely.
without our cohort in crime, Steve Hartline, who's down still trying to argue with the guys at Walt Disney World about his height and ability to ride those rides.
Absolutely. It's hopefully he's had a great fall break, just like everybody else this week, and he's enjoying it. But very love the videos that are coming back from Orlando of him getting rejected from roller coasters. So it's a great time.
Absolutely. And the number of times he has been offered the job of Goofy while he was down there. So, but no, seriously, Josh, tonight we are celebrating Cleveland High School, the back-to-back state champions in 93, 94, 95. The 30 years, hard to believe that, 30 years anniversary of Cleveland's first of 3 state championships in football. So it's really the team of the 90s versus the team of the 2000s, because Maryville, after Cleveland's run, decided they would go 74-0, 4 state championships, only to be beat 10-7 in 2008 against Hillsboro to finally break that winning streak. But you've got 2 teams that really dominated about 20 years of high school football in East Tennessee.
Absolutely. 2 of the greatest coaches to ever coach in Tennessee, Benny Monroe, and then also Coach Quarles from Maryville. Obviously as a Cleveland resident, Cleveland native, everyone knows the famous 93, 94, 95 Cleveland Blue Raiders and what they did. But really to hear what Coach Quarles did up in Maryville as well. 250 wins, 16 losses, 11 state titles in 18 seasons. These are 2 perennial powerhouse football teams for the past 30 years, Cleveland and Maryville. This rivalry has kind of been renewed with how Cleveland won last year coming in. Now we're having Maryville back, a Maryville team that is 4-3 so far on this year.
The best 4-3 team in the state.
Absolutely, but still at this day 4-3 with current losses to Bradley, West, and Bearden. Cleveland as well lost to Bearden last week. So this is going to be the test of time tonight.
Well, again, you're listening to the Cleveland Ford pregame show. Cleveland Ford redesigned a brand new showroom down there.
Beautiful.
I was just down there. Todd Olinger and a bunch of guys down there that I know end up buying a truck down there. They do a good job, and the new facility is incredible, and they really treat you right down there.
Absolutely. What a great local business here in our community, and have been doing it right for such a long time.
Well, doing it right is Cleveland here lately, Josh, other than last week or week before last, excuse me, with Bearden 38-21. That was a game that we all thought that looking on paper that really Cleveland should have went up there, probably won a game. It's the same thing with Walker Valley last week. East Ham, we thought, hey, Walker Valley goes down to East Ham, they pull out a win, they come home, they get upset down there. Cleveland, though, again, coming from Bearden last week, going up to Bearden last week, losing 38-21, really probably the most disappointing loss of the year so far for Coach Tiger.
Yeah, only 2 losses on the year. So with Bearden and then Walker Valley, obviously, that Walker Valley game was we were there. Unbelievable game. Really kind of nail biter to the finish. You thought that Walker Valley was, just unbelievable. For Coach Tigard and this Cleveland Blue Raiders team, that game last week against Bearden was a very big opportunity to kind of put their name out front in the lead. Still, obviously, huge playoff hopes, huge playoff implications here tonight against Maryville. But Cleveland is kind of poised to be able to continue to take that next step. Coach Tigard, in his first year as Blue Raiders head coach, comes over to us here in Cleveland. From Blackman High School over in Murfreesboro, where he had great success over there in a very short amount of time. And I think that Cleveland Blue Raiders fans are hoping that will take place here at Cleveland High School, and as 5-2 on this year, it's already starting to take place.
Well, Coach Tiger rode up with Alan Jones to the TT game last week and got to speak with him for a few minutes there. And I said, Coach, the way you've got him playing right now, you're on the 4-year plan, right? 4 years, 3 years, you're out. And he said, his wife looked at me and said, no. She said, when we came here, we felt that this was a really good place to raise our children. She said, we're here for a long time. And so if that's true, Josh, and you've got Cleveland has finally found a coach that is a long-term guy, he's building something, he's building something, and it's going to take a while with getting the middle school involved, getting the youth league involved. Same thing we've seen with Sterling Collins and what they're doing over at Bradley Central with that program. But if this is a long-term guy, this could be a team, a program that now again back-to-back state championships is almost unheard of now. But they could get them back in a state championship type picture.
Oh, absolutely. I was listening to the Mark Smith Cleveland Blue Raiders show on our way over here today on Mix 104, and listening to kind of Coach Tiger was on there talking about how much this town means to him, how he was in Murfreesboro, how he was in all these other places coaching and living, and that this is the first place that really kind of feels like home to them. It feels like this is the opportunity for them to be able to, like you said, grow, raise their family, and be here. You have a coach that is young, that's energetic, that is very, very offensive-minded. Interviews earlier this year we had with him said that they want to run a play literally every 18 seconds. I mean, this is one of the most fastest, high-power offense that they can, and he is building that rivalry back with Bradley, right? He won't even call them by Bradley Central. Like, he won't even use them. He calls them the team down the road, right? And I think for Cleveland Blue Raider fans, that means so much to them. To be able to kind of, the past few years, the Cleveland Blue Raider team has been a good offense. They've been had good defenses. They've had great decent coaching, but for the Cleveland Blue Raiders, what they've been lacking is that playoff experience, that next step. And I think, you know, from you and I talking, this is the guy to take them to the next step.
I believe so. You're listening to the Cleveland Ford pregame show. Actually, you're watching the Cleveland Ford pregame show. You do radio for so long. It's
back and forth.
It's a problem. We're going to take our first break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about Cleveland, Maryville. This matchup tonight, Cleveland going for their second consecutive win against the Rebels here at Benny Monroe Stadium. But you're watching the Cleveland Ford pregame show.
The summer sales event is on at Cleveland Ford, and I'm here to tell you the car business is back. Cleveland Ford's inventory is back with over 100 new Fords in stock. Discounts are back, so prices are down. Interest rates are down. Did you know that drinking and driving is a leading cause of traffic fatalities? It kills more than 28 people in the United States every day. That means one person every 52 minutes. Statistically, young people are the most at risk to drink and drive, but not everyone's doing it. Don't drink and drive.
Hey, I'm Alex Moore here from CHS Live, and today I'm going to be interviewing Nick Milan from Bond Knife Coffee Roasters. So Nick, what is Bond Knife?
So Bond Knife is a specialty coffee shop we have here in Cleveland, and we're the only shop that roasts our own beans.
Oh, okay. So do you have to buy your bean? How do you get your beans?
So we buy them directly from farmers around the world.
All right. And then do you roast them here in Cleveland?
Yeah, we have a roastery.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And then all those beans that you roast, do you guys use them behind the bar and
Yeah, we do.
stuff?
So we put them on espresso. We do everything. We sell them.
I gotcha. Do you have like a house blend? Or?
So yeah, we have our specialty coffees, and then we have our own like house blend that we always have. It's the same coffee every time.
I gotcha. So you've got kind of like a multi-blend and like a single country coffee.
Yeah, so our single origins we switch out like whenever we get new ones.
I gotcha.
So.
All right. Do you have a favorite?
Along with Josh Rogers. Josh, let's go over to you you can display how many times the weather can be sold to different advertisers.
Absolutely. This is your Mermaid Mattress weather update here tonight. It's cloudy conditions here at Benny Monroe Stadium and Raider Field tonight. Wind gusts are going to be up to 12 miles per hour, so it looks cloudy, a little precipitation throughout the day today. Looking like it's going to stay clear throughout game time tonight. Rain will be way after this.
What about the temperature?
Oh, absolutely. Your Dale's heating and air
Because it's different.
Your Dale's heating and air temperature is currently 68 degrees.
Well,
do we have anything else we sell on weather? I mean, wind conditions, tornado warnings. This is your.
Steve doesn't find this as humorous as we do because we buy advertising, we don't sell it. So, but yeah, it should be a great night for football. I mean, it's really, and if that wind keeps blowing, it's going to be even nice up here in this press box.
It is finally fall.
It is that after the sweat box we sustained in Ottawa, that was it's like a sauna in there. But
I lost another 10 pounds in that stadium.
I'm leaving that alone. Okay, so listen, let's talk about Maryville real quick. Maryville is a team that wants to keep it on the ground, Josh. Will Jones, the quarterback, was only 8 of 11. He doesn't throw it more than 15 times a game. So Cleveland, if you're Cleveland defensively, you've just got to say, hey, you're going to beat me with your arm. But on the ground, Josh, they get it done. Price Davis, 20 carries, 104 yards against Bearden, and then Ori Vanda Walker.
Say that 3 times.
Yes, he's going to be Ori Walker before the night's over with. But Ori Vanda Walker, 15 carries, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. They want to get the ball in the running back's hands. They want to control the time of clock, time of possession. They want to really just ground and pound. And for Cleveland defensively, you've almost got to say you've got to sell out here.
Oh, absolutely. And the big thing is to look into tonight is Cleveland has some injuries up front on that defensive line after that big game against Bearden. They were listening to Coach Tiger speak earlier today. Was talking about how they were leaned on and how they were really kind of pressed on that offensive or on that defensive front. And that they're going to be rotating a lot of guys tonight. So if you're Maryville, for them, you have to be able to come up and play ball and play fast. And I think that is where Maryville is going to find success. It's going to be in their run game tonight. They haven't thrown the ball much this entire season. That's not what their MO is. They want to run the ball, and they want to run all over you all night long. And I think that is something, with this kind of banged-up defensive front for Cleveland, is something that we're going to be keeping an eye on all night long.
Absolutely. For Cleveland, Josh, it's about using speed. I mean, it's speed. It's trying to take advantage of what assets you have. And I think for Coach Tiger tonight, it's about getting the ball in their playmakers' hands and doing the things that they do best to move the football. But I also think they really want to try to control the line of scrimmage, control the time. I think it's almost like a game of keep away. If you look at last year, what happened in this game. Now this year, with Maryville still not being back to the elite status that they once were. You've got L.J. Adams there as quarterback for Cleveland. He does so many things well. He throws the football well. Going to Miami, going left and right, going both ways there for him. But also throwing the football down the field. He does such a good job of keeping defenses off balance. He's going to be key tonight for the Blue Raiders.
Well, another person that I think is really big key for us, I've got two guys. Brian Beard Jr., after getting the start at running back earlier this year, he wasn't their starting running back to start this season. After getting that start and becoming the starting running back, 100-plus yards a game rushing for him every single game. Listening in interviews earlier this year, Coach Tiger talked with one of our sister stations down in Chattanooga, and this is his quote: "We just go real fast. Remind me of Ricky Bobby, right? So we snap the ball every 10 to 13 seconds is the goal, and as we get as many plays as we can, we average 85 plays a game on offense, and for that, you have to have an offensive line that is led by a leader, and that man is Stonewall Charette. He is one big, bad dude for this Cleveland offensive line.
And maybe one of the best names in high school.
Absolutely, especially for an offensive lineman. Stonewall, unbelievable. But he's their leader. He's their center on that offensive front, and they're going to keep the ball rolling all game tonight.
We just got a number change. If you're watching at home, Anthony Davis, the senior defensive lineman, who is usually number 25, must have left his jersey at home. Tonight he's 52. So they flipped the script there. Anthony Davis 52 tonight.
Another number 52, Stonewall Charette. So you're going to see two big bad dudes wearing number 52 tonight.
I don't think at the same time.
Absolutely not. Stonewall plays only on offense.
So it's unlike Florida in Week 1 against Utah. I'm not going to run a couple of guys out there with the same jersey.
I hope not. But listen, Cleveland Blue Raiders tonight, they have to start this offensive quickly. We've seen games throughout this entire year where they haven't been able to get that offense kicked off to the high power speed that they want to. If Cleveland can get that offense going fast, just unbelievable supersonic speed tonight, I think for Cleveland, that is what the difference is in this game is, and how they can beat Maryville tonight. They have to get that offense going quickly and early.
You're listening to the Cleveland Ford pregame show. Stephen Shelton, Josh Rogers, Steve Hartline down at his favorite location in America, Disney World. He will not be with us, but we'll be back.
He's down there with all his buddies. All
Absolutely. There's Snow White and the 8 Dwarfs tonight. No, it's Steve and them coming back tomorrow from Florida, but he'll be back next week. Cleveland Bradley next week. Cleveland doesn't, you're talking about a no-breather here, Josh. You go from Maryville 1 week to the number 1 team in the state. We'll get to Bradley next. We're going to take a break. You're listening to the Cleveland Ford pregame show live from Cleveland High School. At the Cleveland High School on the Cleveland pregame show, Cleveland Ford pregame show, supplied by Wholesale Supply Group.
Yeah, we'll get all
better?
these. Yeah, we'll get them all down.
You just scolded me during the break.
I didn't
You
scold
did
you.
too. You looked at me and you pointed your finger and you said, "It's the Cleveland Ford pregame show,
high school football
supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. Yeah, and you scolded me.
Now listen, if people at home, look, we've got literally this is all the stuff that we have to read tonight for people who've bought advertising for this, and we appreciate our advertisers. We are both advertisers with Mix TV, Mix 104. We love being a part of this program, but for us to sit up here and try to figure out how to read these things, I respect Steve Hartline so much, Dwayne, Bridget, for them to try and figure out what everything is and do all that. It is unbelievable. It is crazy.
By the way,
yeah.
the Newsroom show.
Yeah, just start watching.
Yeah, HBO Max. Listen, if you guys have not watched the Newsroom, Josh really set me up with one. It's Newsroom. Okay, that's your tidbit for Jay Garcia.
Jay Garcia.
No telling what he's doing there. Listen, Josh, let's talk about a few games going on. We've got a hamburger from somewhere. A few games going on here. Meigs County, Polk County. This is an enormous game. Rivalry. You got Polk and McMinn Central. You got Meigs and McMinn Central. You got Meigs and Polk. You've really got three teams there that just don't like each other. And Meigs County 7-0 going into Polk 3-4. Derek Davis. This could make the Wildcat season if they're able to pull off the upset in Benton.
I think Meigs is. I mean, the 7-0 Meigs team. If we were to start earlier this season and said to anybody, "Hey, Meigs is going to be 7-0 going into the last final couple games of the season," would you think that would happen? And you just don't. So I got Meigs rolling big again tonight. I think that Meigs is the team to beat this year. They are so hot, and I think they're going to continue that.
Hard to believe with a county of 14,000 people. Kingston 7-1 travels to McMinn Central 5-2. Now this one, you get 7-1, and you get a district that's a region that's not great. You go down and play a McMinn Central team who have pulled a couple of rabbits out of the hat, if you will, at 5-2. But Kingston, McMinn Central, should be another good game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like this Cleveland and this Maryville is kind of the Wholesale Supply Group Bowl. We've got stores in both locations. Same thing in Kingston and McMinn as well. I've been able to go up to Kingston over the past couple of years.
How many plugs are we going to do here?
Stop.
Keep going.
Listen,
it's fine.
I've been able to go up to Kingston over the past couple of years, and I've seen a couple games up there. They're an unbelievably good football team. Kind of keeping up with them and what they're doing this year. I've got Kingston going into McMinn Central and actually winning this game tonight. I think that they're going to continue that path forward. 7-1 on the season is unbelievable for them, and I think that team is kind of poised to take off.
It's the number one team in the state of Tennessee, Bradley Central 7-0. Traveling to Red Bank 5-2. This used to be a tremendous rivalry. Red Bank 5-2, Bradley Central 7-0. What says you, Josh Rogers?
Yeah, Bradley, huge. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I
huge.
think that Bradley. This is going to be one of those statement games for Bradley. I think they're going to come out. I know it's traveling, but this is Bradley has to make sure that this is not. Just
a trap
game for them with Cleveland next week. I think that for Bradley, they have the opportunity to be able to, honestly, win a state championship this year. And with this game, to be able to come beat Red Bank tonight and then come in and get prepared for Cleveland next week, crosstown rivalry game. It's going to be a big game, but give me the Bears. Until somebody can really stop them, they are on top right now.
7-0 Bradley down to 5-2 Red Bank. Next week, Josh, you'll be out of town, of course. It's Bradley, Cleveland next week. All the teams get cranked back up because everyone's back from fall break. Really a lot of games on tap next week, and then we really start getting into the nitty-gritty. We're talking about week 9 of high school football, and it's really weird. You think 10 weeks of high school football. Actually, it's not. It's about 12 weeks now with the off weeks that teams get, and also the week 0 starts that everyone has. But again, tonight, Maryville, Cleveland. Josh, give me some of your final thoughts before we, I guess, kick it off to ourselves. We pass it off to ourselves. Usually there's kind of a pregame show. We've double duty tonight. We're not getting paid anymore, which I don't get paid, but that's fine. But final thoughts here. Cleveland, Maryville tonight here at Benning Rose Stadium. A weird setup. 2 years in a row that Maryville has traveled to Cleveland to play. what are your thoughts going into the final 5 minutes of pregame?
Yeah, my Montgomery Showers game plan tonight is that Cleveland's defense, Maryville has to take for Maryville, they have to take a quick start against that defense. They have to continue to press that front seven inside that box. They were banged up from Bearden a few weeks last week, and
they'll get a week off.
Yep. Banged up from Bearden, but for them, they have to be able to kind of get in there with that front seven and fight, trying to wear that front seven of the Blue Raiders defense down quickly. If you're Cleveland, fast start. They want to go fast. They want to continue to go as fast as they can. A single play every 8 to 10 seconds. I mean, it's unbelievable how fast this Cleveland Blue Raiders offense goes. They need to get started fast. Brian Beard Jr. has to be the man tonight. He has to be. I need to see 100, 150 yards out of him tonight, a couple of touchdowns, and I think that you'll see a Blue Raiders win at the end of the day.
So you're going Blue Raiders tonight?
Well, we're calling the game. We're calling the game, so we can't really pick, can we?
That's true.
Curb Street, or we mix 104 and we home with the Blue Raiders.
Also, you want to keep watching this game. We're going to give away something big.
What are we?
I don't know. We're going to make something up. And if the radio station doesn't have it, we'll make them go buy it for you.
Absolutely.
Okay? So
these many sponsors we've got to read tonight. Somebody can pay.
Somebody can buy something for you tonight.
Absolutely.
Keep watching. It's going to be social media tonight. Facebook. You follow Twitter? I mean, what else do you want to do social media-wise?
No, look, Facebook and Instagram is what Mix has.
Okay.
We can use that. You can also watch us on YouTube as well, and also obviously mixtv.tv. You're still here in the Cleveland Ford pregame show, getting ready to head over. Thank you to all the sponsors, Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. Let me see that real quick. Let me go through all this. Listen, I want to read all these off. Thank you to Cleveland Ford, partners of our pregame show. Cleveland Plywood, FCA, Mermaid, Dale's Heating and Air, Honda, Volunteer Budapest, Montgomery Showers, and obviously Chattanooga Auto Square, who is our kickoff partner. We're super excited for what all they do for us. Thankful for all they do.
Just got a text message that it's Mermaid Mattress, not just Mermaid. You just said Mermaid. It's fine. It's not. It's fine. It's Mermaid Mattress.
If you don't know that it's Mermaid Mattress, I mean, come on.
We're going to take our last break. When we come back, it's kickoff from Cleveland High School, Beanie Rowe Stadium, the 30th year anniversary of the first of 3 state championships from Cleveland High School. We'll be back.
You're clear.
How are we doing?
Attention shoppers,
We're good.
learn more about our
Seems
picky
like they're
promise.
getting
This
started.
produce looks amazing, and it smells so fresh.
Food City is as picky about produce as I am, and that's hard to do. But they make it look easy with their picky promise. If it's ever not fresh, they'll replace it.
That's cool. And I thought their helpful certified butchers were the coolest thing about this place.
It's all here.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Jenny, I just don't know what we're gonna do. Hannah really wants to go to Wesleyan, but I don't think we can afford it. You know, that may not actually be true. Emma qualified for the TWU pledge at Tennessee Wesleyan. She's gonna be a Bulldog, tuition free. But how's that even possible? It's a program that offsets the cost of education for local families. That sounds like a great option for us. You just need to go to tnwesleyan.edu and check it out.
Tennessee Wesleyan, where dreams meet affordability.
Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care treats all orthopedic injuries, including neck and back pain. At Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care, insurance isn't a worry because they accept all insurances and can even get same-day appointments or even walk-ins. Digital x-rays are even on site. Voitic Center is also a certified concussion care specialist. Contact Dr. Voitic and his staff at 479-3600 for your appointment today.
Scooter's Coffee. Hot, blended, or iced coffee, breakfast and snack items, smoothies, and energy drinks. Order, pick up, and scoot. All in about 3 minutes. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooter's Coffee, Keith Street in front of Leisure Time Bowling and in Sweetwater.
A name and brand that you can trust. Wholesale Supply has been serving the Southeast for over 75 years. Whether you need plumbing, electrical, or HVAC supplies, Wholesale Supply can provide you with the products that you need to complete any job, big or small. Supplying flooring brands such as Kohler, Delta, Renai, Progress Lighting, and so many more. With 32 locations across the Southeast, Wholesale Supply is your hometown plumbing, electrical, and HVAC supplier. To find a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open Monday through Friday and open to the public.
Nowadays, it seems like nothing is built to last. Phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2 tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts. Go see Franny or Tony at Capital Tire Service, 170 Broad Street Southwest. Capital Tire Service, downtown Cleveland.
The best shower remodel at the best price. Montgomery Showers is offering free installation, plus 18 months of no interest and no payments. Montgomery Showers, local, quality value, montgomeryshowers.com.
In Chattanooga, we have always led the way forward. From our beginnings propelling the locomotive, to becoming known as the Gig City, to working with the TVA's mission of providing reliable power while preserving our region's beauty. Here at Village Volkswagen, we continue that tradition by helping the TVA electrify their fleet with the all-new VW ID4. As World Car of the Year, it only makes sense it's made in our city. Reserve yours at villagevw.com and let's lead the way like we've always done.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Cleveland High School. It's the Volunteer Ridipest coin toss, Josh Rogers, as both teams start to get ready to come onto the field. It's kind of a late start here. We were a couple of minutes behind, but it looks like we get the coin toss in, get ready to go, and this should be an exciting night of high school football from Benny Monroe Stadium.
Absolutely. It's looking like the Maryville Rebels have come onto the field, and here comes the Cleveland Blue Raiders as well. The coin toss is currently being taken place. Looks like Maryville is going to receive the ball and get started. So kind of what we talked about in our Cleveland Ford pregame show was those Maryville Rebels want to start early on offense and be able to kind of take this Blue Raiders defense, kind of wear them down early here in this first quarter, make it a long game. We obviously know there's going to be a lot of plays tonight, especially with this Cleveland Blue Raiders offense and how fast they run. So we'll see how that Blue Raiders defense can hold up after a really, really tough game a few weeks ago.
Absolutely. Again, Josh Rogers, Commissioner Josh Rogers. He asked me to call him Mr. Commissioner before every game, and I'm still not.
Will you quit?
Still not. It's not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it.
You know that's not.
I'm not going to do it. Josh Rogers, along with Stephen Shelton tonight, bringing you high school football, mixedtv.tv. Austin Chadwick back in the trailer where he belongs. Doing a great job for us tonight. Steve Hartline in Disney World, applying for a few jobs.
Where he belongs.
And we'll go to the kickoff here.
You're clear.
It is the Chattanooga Auto Square.
Everyone there at the Porsche dealership are so personable and very knowledgeable that we just keep coming back. What I was looking for was a sport utility that was sporty and attractive and had the ability to perform to my expectations. The service department goes above and beyond with their routine service maintenance, and they get me out of there quickly. Chattanooga Auto Square. Luxury lives here.
3, 2, 1, you're hot.
Josh back here from Cleveland High School, Benny Monroe Stadium, the stadium that is named after the head football coach of the 93, 94, and 95 state championship Blue Raider teams. Josh, this is a big one for Cleveland High School. They really need this one, I think, to take them through that last quarter of the season.
Absolutely. With Bradley coming up next week, you want to win this one, get that momentum going into your big crosstown rival game next week.
Absolutely. And here's kickoff. Kickoff is going to be deep, and it's going to be taken. It's going to be returned. Maryville's going to get up to the 20. They go to the 30, going to be tackled down at the 30, Maryville High School. Nice return, though, Josh. Royal Curtis, senior there for Maryville. Nice 20-yard return.
Absolutely. Get up to the 30-yard, about the 31-yard line here for Maryville to get started in this game. Quarterback for Maryville is Will Jones. Is that right?
Yep.
Will Jones is quarterback for Maryville. He was one of the players of the week last week I saw in the Knoxville area. He's going to hopefully continue that streak tonight as well against this Blue Raiders defense. We'll see what this Blue Raiders defensive line has to say about that.
Maryville will come out shotgun, going to go 4 wide here. Going to spread it out. Jones gets his guys set. It'll be a little pitch. Pitch going to be taken about 3 yards. 3 yards for Maryville. It's Price Davis, the junior running back, Josh, who had a great game 2 weeks ago against Bearden, over 100 yards rushing for Price Davis at 104.
Yeah, I don't think any touchdowns in that game for him, but he is kind of their workhorse in that backfield for the Maryville Rebels, and good start of this game with a little 4-yard gain.
Going to be tight set here. Jones going to throw it. Going to be incomplete. Tried to hit his tight end, Eli Elkins.
Yeah, he's a senior tight end. Has played for this Maryville team for a little while now. Got a little bit of playing time last year. Didn't play a whole lot. He was one of the ones of replacement. If you'll remember, Maryville is replacing 17 starters on offense and defense from last year. So he's one of these young guys that has been in this program for a while, but trying to kind of finally get that momentum going forward.
Ellis was open there, just really missed him. Just goes wide right on him. So Maryville's going to spread it back out again. Jones will direct some traffic. He's looking to throw again. Going to scramble. Jones going to get the first down. Nice run there, Josh. About an 11-yard scramble for Jones, and Cleveland had a chance to corner him, but he slipped right through for the first down.
Yeah, Maryville doing kind of exactly what we said earlier in our pregame show, is that they're going to run this ball, whether that's quarterback sneaks or and I know it's a pass, right? But these little dump passes to the outside. I mean, I still don't think that they're going to try and push the ball down the field very far. Kind of seeing that very early here for Maryville, trying to get started and get that game plan rolling for the Maryville Rebels here early.
Maryville going to go single up top for Maryville as Jones got a man in motion. That's Britton Barrett. Handoff up the middle. He's got 10. He's got 20. He's got a lot more. He goes all the way down to the 12-yard line. What a great run by Price Davis. Give him about 50 on the carry, Josh. It's just part of the Red Seas, and there he goes.
Absolutely. It's kind of what we've been talking about all night long. Cleveland has to make that stop in that front seven inside the box, and they're tired, wore down, but here early in this game, they really need to push that momentum forward. Big play by the Maryville Rebels to kind of continue this drive down the field.
Now I'd be remorse if I didn't look down and see Alan W. Jones, and say the checking to catch first down, as Steve Hartline would say.
Absolutely.
Maryville now will start from their own 11-yard lines. We're going to go duel up top. We're going to give it back to Price. He's going to bounce out. Still going to get about 5 yards. He does a good job. Laterally, Josh does a great job of really bouncing that outside.
Absolutely. That was a big stop there by Brian Beard Jr. For Cleveland. Number one running back in this Cleveland offense, but obviously also plays defensive back, some safety for Cleveland. Big, huge stop for them.
Second and about 4 yards.
So it'll be second and 5. That's going to be challenging tonight. So Maryville knocking on the door, Josh, early in the first quarter. 9:35 left. You're watching MixTV.tv. Stephen Shelton along with Josh Rogers. Looks like we're going to get a timeout. Like timeouts. Maryville, I believe.
Yeah.
Timeout Maryville. We'll take it with them. You're watching MixTV.tv.
Welcome to Alon Planting Partners. Alon means a sturdy, well-rooted oak, one that produces fruit in every season. This definition is the very nature of the comprehensive financial plans we craft to enable individuals and families to thrive in every season. As independent fiduciary advisors, our number one loyalty is you, the client. We offer purpose-based financial solutions for everything from retirement to tax efficiency, risk management to debt-free living. Through a relational approach, we offer education from the very start so you can be confident with your financial strategy. During times of market volatility, it can be easy to get swept up by loud voices that advocate for worry. Well-built strategies win in the long run and offer peace of mind.
Visit Alon Planning Partners online
or give us a call today.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your mic's hot.
Back here at Benny Monroe Stadium, Josh coming out of the McDonald's timeout. Maryville, that's a weird timeout there. Just second down. I mean, that was.
They must have seen something they didn't like from that Blue Raiders defense and didn't get that play call in that they needed to. But look, Maryville coming up quick here.
So handoff goes to Price. Price going to bounce it outside. Going to be tackled. No, get him in there. Touchdown, Maryville. Price Davis with a 5-yard, 7-yard touchdown run. Give the Rebels an early lead. That is a TVFCU touchdown for Maryville. Josh, great job there. Just kind of bounced like we talked. He's very good laterally. He bounced outside. Boom. Cleveland had a chance to get him down there, but just couldn't do it.
Yeah. One pass play, entire series. It's unbelievable.
Field goal is good.
Yep. That's a Mars Wrigley is hiring now. Extra point attempt.
Extra point is good. Score
replay.
Here's a replay here for Maryville. Gets the ball there, bounces that outside. Couple defensive tacklers there, but Price Davis just walks kind of in the end zone for a Maryville touchdown.
Our premier sponsors, LambCon,
and we will be back. Well, we're actually, Austin, we're going to keep it here. Maryville is already coming out on the field for a kickoff.
Just got a phone call from the mayor, and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm calling a television show right now. I don't know, you're only high school in the city playing Maryville tonight, but hey, whatever, Mayor, it's fine. It's fine." We got Ben Garcia down here barking orders. I'm not sure what's going on there, but nice drive, though. You talked about Maryville scoring early. They went down. They weren't super fast. They were methodical. They controlled the time of possession there. Really did a good job. Never really had a bad play other than a couple incomplete passes, which are going to happen, Josh. But really, they pound and ground, and you can see how they want to just kind of go up the middle, and if they get a chance to bounce it outside, that's what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to see, big play here.
Here we go. Cleveland High School return is big time, but I think we've got some laundry on the field, maybe not. No laundry on the field.
Micah Jordan.
He could be in his way all the way to the 10-yard. Now we got some laundry on the field. I thought I saw some back of the other side of the field, but Micah Jordan with a 80-yard return from the 10 to the 10. My map says, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. And it looks like he's going to get a little bit more. We've got a litter grant penalty. Don't pay the penalty for tire dumping. Litter grant penalty here on the field. It looks like that's going to be a face mask. They're going to add about a half a distance to the goal here.
So Cleveland knocking real fast.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of exactly what we talked about earlier tonight. Cleveland wants to make big plays quickly. Oh, it looks like this is actually going to be on Cleveland here. Wow.
Face mask return team, is what he said?
That absolutely is. Look to us up here in the booth that they had kind of got Micah Jordan kind of grabbed his face mask and spun him around. Ended up calling that on the Cleveland Blue Raiders. But here comes the Blue Raiders offense, and we'll see how fast they can get it into the end zone. Here starting at the 27-yard line.
So Cleveland will be under the direction of their quarterback, L.J. Adams. Bounced outside. LJ's going to take it. He's going to take it. He's going to take it a little farther down to the 9-yard line, the 10-yard line. They're going to give him the 9. So nice run. First down, Blue Raiders going to put them about where Jordan was before the penalty.
Big first down, first and goal for the Cleveland Blue Raiders. Another QB sneak here as well.
Adams up. Going to get to maybe the 7-yard line, 8-yard line. So it'll be second down and goal for Cleveland High School. Josh, very interesting play call. First two just letting LJ kind of do what he wants to do.
Yeah, I think they're trying to feel out this Maryville Rebels defense here, and it looks like
kind of a slip pass there, almost a handoff, a slip pass to Isaiah Davis. Davis maybe lost a yard there. Still going to be third and goal for Cleveland, but Cleveland can't squander this incredible return, Josh. They really need to put this in the end zone to answer Maryville's drive.
Looks here like they're going to spread this out, go 4 wide. Nice little counter play, a little shotgun counter play there by Cleveland.
That got Maryville to jump there on the old fake hand clap. LJ will give some more instructions. Cleveland spread out, 4 wide receivers. He's looking at the pass, going to run it. Slip a tackle, going to get down to the 2, I believe, the 3-yard line. 3-yard line for LJ. Do you go for it here? Do you take the points?
To me, it looks like they're going for it. It looks like they're bringing in some of the big guys in. It looks like they might do one of those Philadelphia Eagles pushes here. See Dylan Harold, a linebacker for Cleveland, coming in. Also, Antonio A.J. Westfield, another defensive lineman coming in here to the backfield.
So LJ looks like he's going to go under center. Nope.
Yeah, going heavy to that right side.
They've now got Micah Jordan playing quarterback. LJ shifted. They're going to call timeout Cleveland. I think they were trying to get him to jump there, Josh, because Cleveland had multiple guys moving.
Yeah, that Bradley concrete play clock was getting down to about 2 seconds there.
It's a McDonald's timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching MixedTV.tv.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland.
Direct snap to Lucas Zamborski. Did he get in? It looks like he was stopped short.
I believe, yep, it's going to be Maryville football.
Ran a little trick play here and had Lucas Zamborski come in at quarterback.
Let's watch it again.
Here's a replay there.
Missed it by just a little bit there. Rewind it just a bit. Just love Coffee Cafe replay. Here it is, Josh. Look again. As you said, Zamborski coming in. Going to be just a really just a quarterback draw, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we had
couldn't get pushed. You called it. It was an Eagles top push. So Maryville started really deep in their own end zone there. They're going to get a yard. So Cleveland, great return, squandered opportunity. It's always easier to play quarterback on Monday. Take the points, you get 3. You're down by 4, still down by 7, give the ball back to Maryville.
But when you're on the 1-yard line right there, you've got to go for it. I mean, in high school football, you're going for it, right? I mean, you want to try and get that touchdown. Now you're going to rely on that defense to be able to get a stop down here, get the ball back about half field, try and score and get tied this game back up.
Absolutely. Maryville will go again, shotgun. Ooh, nice fake. Nice fake by Will Jones. Gets him out. Really just gets him out of the hole. Josh, they were in their own end zone. But, man, I tell you, I really thought he handed that off. Kept it on the, looks like an option there. But gets him a few yards.
Yeah, if you're Cleveland's defense, you really needed to get a stop a little bit further back there. For Cleveland, for Maryville, this is good because it allows them to kind of move forward a little bit. A little more breathing room there. But watch for Cleveland to be able to shut down this third down. Little movement there on the defensive line.
So 3rd and 2. Watch Will Jones. It's going to be Willard Price right here.
Big push.
What we've seen, big push. I'm not sure he got it. They're going to give it to him. They're going to give it to him. So first down, Maryville gets really out of that hole they're in.
It's a check and cash first down.
We're going to start our own show with just the stuff we talk about when football's not happening.
It'd have to be on Sirius XM.
Maryville is we're going 5 wide here.
You'd have to retire, and I'd never run for another election.
They're going 5 wide here for Maryville. Jones is going to keep it. He's going to got some nice blocking out there. Runs into his own man, but I think he got about 8.5, maybe 9 yards. No, they're saying all the way up to the 25, give him 12 yards on the carry. I thought he was actually tackled before that, but they're going to mark it at 25. Another Maryville first down. This is what we talked about in the pregame. The Cleveland pregame show was Maryville wants to control the clock. They want to control the ball. They want to keep it on the ground. They don't want to do anything that's more than flashy. And that's what they're doing these first two possessions.
Absolutely, and they want to wear down this defense. If you watched earlier, they're obviously down in their stance now, but Cleveland front defensive line got hands on their knees and hands on their hips, and they're getting worn down pretty quick here.
Jones is basically, here's another 9 yards. Will Jones, quarterback.
I mean, realistically, to be honest with you, he's running back. I mean, he is.
You know what else he is?
What?
He's a freshman.
Absolutely.
Holy
yeah.
Freshman quarterback. He's going to be there for a while. They're going to win a few games. This guy's quarterback. But he is basically, you're right, he's another running back. They're hiking it to running back. That's basically all they're doing for the Rebels. But they continue to move the football early here, leading 7-0. Benny Monroe Stadium. It's an anniversary night of sorts. 30 years since the 1993 Cleveland State Championship for this Blue Red football team. It's a pass, a little dump pass out to their tight end Eli Elkins runs the first down. It's going to be another first down for Maryville. That's their 7th first down of the first quarter, Josh Rogers.
Yeah, Maryville's offense is just kind of rolling. Exactly what we talked about earlier. Not many passes, probably first completion of the game for Maryville. But this offensive line is getting serious push against this Blue Raiders defense. And for the Blue Raiders, they have to get a stop. Still a perfect spot for them. Get a stop, get a punt. But this Rebels offense is moving the ball pretty well tonight.
Another handoff to Price Davis. Davis is going to go up to about 4.5 yards on the carry. How important was it for the Rebels after their loss, their first loss since 1993 to Bearden 2 weeks ago, in double overtime, which they missed a 2-point conversion drive to lose that game 21-20. They went for the win there on the road. How important was it for them to have a week off before they came here to Cleveland?
Oh, huge. I mean, to be able to kind of recover, be able to focus up. It's very difficult for a team who Cleveland had to have a week off, right, last week. They played Bearden last week. And so for them to be able to not have that week off, Maryville have a long 2 weeks to be able to kind of prepare for this game. You can see that team is kind of moving the ball, who's moving the ball a little bit better. Obviously, Cleveland has had some great big plays. Obviously, that run back was phenomenal to start this game. But for Maryville, it is always big. Anytime you can have a week off to come back into a big game.
Another first down by Britton Barrett. Again, they're running some of Tennessee's plays. It was a fake handoff on the jet sweep. They get the defense shuffling that way. They get a little guy that floats behind them, behind those linebackers. Again, first down for Maryville with Britton Barrett with a 7-yard reception.
Well,
offsides. Cleveland jumps, try to get the snap count. It looks like going to be a 5-yard penalty against Cleveland High School as they continue to move the football.
You're talking about some of these plays being kind of like some Tennessee plays. They're actually old Maryville plays from many years ago. A lot of the plays that are still being ran are plays that Derek Hunt ran when he was the quarterback in Maryville back in 2007.
Well, the one thing they do is they have 5 core plays. They little league football, and they teach them those 5 core plays. Everything goes off of that. Coach Corl's always talked about that his coaching was much more successful because of what the little league programs and middle school programs did to prepare them to play at Maryville.
Derek Hunt learned from the best, and now he's being able to coach his alma mater, and you can see those same plays running the same ways.
Wiles runs again, but runs straight into that big gentleman, number 90, slings down. Number 90 on my play sheet is Kim Garcia, but I'm pretty certain that wasn't the national.
No, it's Lorenzo Tyson. You're looking at freshman squad.
Excuse me, Lorenzo Tyson. I looked down here at 90 and thought, yeah. He's too busy swinging a golf club. Maryville goes trips to the bottom side here, which is the first time they've done this all night.
Look for a run out of this.
Second and 4 for Maryville.
Wow.
They're going deep. It's going nowhere close.
Pass intended for number.
Cleveland finally got some pressure there. Interesting next week for both these teams. Cleveland goes to play Bradley, their arch rivals, and Maryville goes to play Alcoa next week, their arch rivals. So really, it's you want to win this game, but you got to think of these guys this age, kind of the peak ahead. This is the peak ahead game. They're looking to next week, and especially for these seniors, for that last time trying to strap it up against their arch nemesis.
Yeah, but that gets you in trouble, right? You got to focus on this week, and you got to get through this one and win this game first before you can go against Bradley or go against Alcoa.
What coaching there, you can see his feet. Price Davis's feet never stopped turning. He never stopped moving those feet. He gets another first down for the Rebels. Rebels now moving the football, looking to try to score again on this Blue Raider team.
I've got to say,
go ahead. Just down 1:15 left in the first quarter.
I've got to say that Will Jones has a pretty decent arm on him. Obviously he overthrew his receiver.
They're not a big throwing team, but they are capable when they need to.
So from the Cleveland 30, middle of the field, less than a minute to go in the first quarter. And it's Davis, same song, this time down to the 25. He is racking up a ton of yardage here in the first quarter. They're going to spot him at the 26. Timeout on the field. Cleveland takes a Taziki's timeout, and so do we. We'll be back in 60, the score. Rebs 7, Raiders nothing. Back in 60 after a Taziki's timeout.
Cleveland High School would like to thank Benchmark.
Rebs up 7-0, and this will be second down at the Blue Raider 26-yard line.
Down at about 6.
Will Jones quarterback. Snap, give, and Davis is stopped at the 24. Small gain on the play will bring up third down. They have been able to convert on this drive.
Anthony Davis on the tackle there.
That's going to be a Cleveland IV third down.
So Anthony Davis brings down Price Davis.
Looks like about a third and 4.
Yeah, the big play here, it's going to be, the quarter's going to come to an end before they get the play off. So at the end of one on Mix 104.1, the score, Maryville 7, Cleveland nothing. We'll be back in 60. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. Thank you. first in the first quarter. They were close in the first quarter. Got to the 1 yard line, turned back, and Rebels lead this one 7-0. Cleveland had the ball one drive in the first quarter. Maryville is on their second drive of the game. They open the game with a nice drive, and as we said previously, this drive underway now for Maryville started at third one.
They purposely are using as much of the game clock as they can to keep Cleveland's fast-paced offense off the field.
And doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, they're being effective with it.
It's going to be Price Davis submarined on the play. Coming up big time, Avery Hughes. Hughes comes up with a big submarine tackle, and Davis goes to the floor. So it's going to be third down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Box. Oh, we've got a penalty against the Rebels.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. It's going to be the 5-yard variety. Is Cleveland going to accept?
I don't know. It's, you know, if you don't accept it, then it makes the 4th down. You back them up 5 yards, and they're going to get an extra down.
Illegal formation as with the official mic'd up, it sure helps us out, Joe.
Yes, that does.
Eli Elkins, the Rebel who caused the problem. So the ball goes back to the Cleveland 29-yard line, home side of the field. Just underway in the second quarter on Mix 104.1. Thank you for being with us.
Repeat 3rd down. They need about 9 yards for a 1st down now.
Changes things quite a bit right there.
Yeah.
Their first penalty, Cleveland has 2. That was the L&B Appliance penalty on the Rebels. L&B Appliance on Durkee Road. Hash mark, home side of the field. 3rd and 9. Good snap.
Nope,
fake. Over the middle. Pass is going to be caught at the 15-yard line. Coverage by Brian Beard Jr., but not before the big guy comes up with another reception. Eli Elkins comes out of there with his second reception of the game.
Down on the 10-yard line, so that's a 19-yard gain there.
Nice fake by the quarterback. And they, as we said earlier, Elkins is their second leading receiver. Rebels to the line quickly. And Price Davis hit at the line, falls forward to near the 7-yard line.
There's Anthony Davis on the tackle.
Yeah, Anthony under a new number tonight, normally number 25, but Anthony Davis wearing number 52 tonight, so he just reversed the numbers
just
on his
reverse the
jersey.
numbers there on it.
Twins wide side of the field, clock at 10:30 to go in the first half. Lamcon Ready Mix play clock down to 6. They still look to the side. Down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. They didn't get the play off.
No.
So in taking their time, they're going to be knocked back 5. That's going to, those 2 5-yard penalties are huge right now, Joe.
Yeah, that helps.
Cleveland having a very hard time stopping these guys, so their gifts of 2 5-yard penalties is welcome.
Yeah. If Cleveland didn't take that first one, Maryville probably would have kicked the field goal, which they've got a very good kicker, so maybe that's what they was thinking about, trying to back him up and keep him out of range.
Ball at the 14. They come to the line quickly, except one guy didn't line up right, and they moved. And the ball is snapped over the quarterback's head, but they had movement in the line before the snap. Well, a lot of things went wrong for them on that play.
Yeah, they definitely weren't in sync on that.
So if I'm counting right, penalty number 4, another 5-yarder. They're trying to help us, Joe. We got to take advantage.
Yeah, it seems to be.
10:20 on the first half clock. Rebels 7, Cleveland nothing. And the ball back to the 18-yard line.
Definitely in a passing situation.
Twins both sides. Will Jones, freshman quarterback, has done well thus far. Only one incomplete pass. Throws over the middle. It's tipped incomplete. Cleveland was looking for it that time. Instead of the receiver coming from the left side, he came from the right side, but Cleveland was there. Clogged up the middle. Pass incomplete.
Avery Hughes got the knock away on that.
Avery having a good second quarter. So from the 18-yard line, third down for the Rebels. And they've got to score. They can't get a first down without scoring.
Come on, they can't hear you. Get loud, Dave Monroe.
Looking, end zone, overshoots. Pass incomplete. Receiver Eli Elkins wanted a flag. There was no flag. As the freshman quarterback definitely overthrew the receiver that time. So they're going to go for a field goal here, apparently, as the
Jamerson is 4-6 on field goals this year with a long of 32 yards. This one looks like it's going to be about 35.
So it would be his longest field goal of the year from the 35-yard line. Kick in the air. Looks good from here. It is good. So a field goal by Jamerson of the Rebels gives them a 10-0 lead, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
Once again, fans, we'd like to thank
There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology, mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATM.
Receive the kickoff at the 12-yard line. Had a good return last time. This time it's Isaiah Davis, goes all the way across the field and runs out of real estate. Isaiah went about 50 yards, but only about 15 yards forward as he had it hash mark right side of the field, came all the way across and ran out of real estate at the 31-yard line. 9:54 to go in the first half. Rebels up 10-0. Terry Evans along with Joe Cannon on Mix 104.1. Thanks to Keeley, thanks to Ryan and everybody else back at the station, making things work for us. That's a very hard job to do.
Terry, we hadn't teamed up together for a football game since the late 80s with Cleveland playing at Oak Ridge.
And we'll talk about a Cleveland team being honored tonight at halftime, the 1993 state championship game. And Joe, I apologize, but I don't remember the outcome of the game you and I did at Oak Ridge.
Put it this way, Benny Monroe did not want to talk after the game.
Pass, first Cleveland pass out to Braden Carroll for a couple of yards. So he quickly lines up again for the Blue Raiders. That is his 26th reception on the year to lead the team. Up the middle, Brownbeard Jr. bounces outside. Some running room to the 40, to the 41, close to a first down. Let's see if they move the chains. Yes, they are. A Cleveland Ford first down for the Raiders, quickly to the line. They haven't seen the ball too much tonight. Another pass out the left side, spinning, turning. Braden Carroll across midfield. Braden Carroll, 45-yard line, second reception here in this drive. Another first down to Cleveland. Has big Sam Sarton out front to block for him. This time it's going to be a run up the middle. It's a scrum down to the 37-yard line. So Brian Beard Jr. up the gut. 9 minutes to go to the half. Rebs 10, Cleveland nothing. Hash mark, home side of the field. Fake. And Adams looking, going to have to run with the ball, and is tripped and goes out of bounds at the 32. LJ took some hits last week up at Beard, and that was a hard-hitting group up there.
Yeah, he had to go out right there towards the end of the game. And when I checked with the coach this week, he said, he'd be back. He's ready.
And let's see. We have Yala on the
penalty,
field.
yep.
We'll get the indication. Probably a hold, but we'll wait. Yes. Holding. So Cleveland called for the hole, 10-yarder back. And that puts the pigskin back to near midfield. Second and long.
Second about 13.
8:50 on the clock. Micah Davis comes from the outside. And Micah on a nice fake. LJ Adams on the keeper. So LJ a couple of yards up the middle. They're going to set that play up, and eventually they're going to give Micah the ball coming across like that. Clock at 8:25 and rolling. We'll have the halftime show coming up, the Southland Finance halftime show coming up. A very special halftime show tonight. Third and long. LJ quickly left side. It's Braden Carroll. Got a block from Micah Jordan. And Carroll will go inside the 40. Flag from the back judge. Well, that flag went about 15 yards. We'll see if it's going to be a Blue Raider or Rebel problem. It was a 3rd down and 9. And
they're short of the first down.
They spot the ball at the 36 after the catch and run. They're still discussing. Well, no indication to the press box yet on what the deal is going to be. The ball hasn't moved. It's going to be a hold again against Cleveland, so that's going to wipe out a nice pass play.
It's going to be from the spot of the foul, though, which will be the 37. So that should kick them back to the 47 if they accept this penalty. Otherwise, it'll be 4th down and about 2.
Interesting what Coach Derek Hunt wants to do here.
Yeah.
Derek Hunt, I believe his 4th year here at Maryville.
Yeah, I believe so.
So a mark off against Cleveland for the hold. And it's going to be 3rd and long as they go back to the 47 of Cleveland, 47 of the Rebels. So Cleveland 3rd and long. Derek Hunt had the privilege, the honor, and the pressure of following George Quarles.
Oh, my. That'd be a tough job to do. But he's done it well.
3rd and 13. Jordan, motion. And they reset Sarton to the left side. Jordan stops. And here is
Adams scrambling.
LJ Adams in big trouble to the 35 of Cleveland, to the 40, and now goes out of bounds at midfield. Somehow that play just didn't pan out at all. Don't know if somebody missed an assignment or what, but anyway, LJ lucky to get it back to the 50.
The Rebels had a lot of pressure on him there. They were in the backfield pretty quick, and he was having to spin and run away from them.
Cleveland on 4th down and
4th and 15, and it looks like they're going for it.
So from midfield.
Unless they do a quick kick. Yeah.
Adams.
That's what they're going to do.
And a flag. One of the Cleveland linemen backed up before the snap. So Cleveland being hit with a lot of penalties here in the second quarter of their own making. Couple of holes and that time movement in the line.
Actually, I think they got a break on that because that snap was fumbled, and there was no way he could have got it to kick it. Now we brought the new kicker in for a regular punt.
Noah Harrell in.
That's
so from the Cleveland 45, They need about 20 yards, and so they're going to go to punt formation. Good snap. Noah Harrell gets it away. It looks like it's coming off the side of the foot and out of bounds. So not a lot of yardage gained on that one. 7:30 on the clock. It's Maryville 10, Cleveland nothing here in the second quarter. Terry Evans and Joe Cannon with you. Thanks for listening wherever you are listening in the world.
Maryville has the ball on their own 40, so a 15-yard punt.
Yeah, that one never came out right.
No, it shanked off to the left side.
Freshman quarterback Will Jones in there to run the show. Cleveland has 2 drives and no points thus far. Nice fake. Roll, pass is going to be caught by the tight end before he's knocked out of bounds near midfield. And coming up with the reception, Eli Elkins. They just haven't been able to stop him tonight.
Ball's on the 48.
A good-sized young man listed at 6'4", 235, and I think he's every bit of it.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about it.
This time he'll be wide left. From the Rebel 48-yard line, Price Davis spins, goes through a hole.
Oh, man, he got hit.
3 flags on the play. So we got 3 different officials seeing the same thing.
Lorenzo Tyson just nailed him.
He got whacked. We'll see what the flags are, but Price Davis getting up, shaking the head a little bit. He felt that one all the way back to Maryville, and he's wanting to come out, so they'll send somebody in. And a Blue Raider penalty, personal foul, face mask. So second time Cleveland's had a face mask penalty in the game. The first was on a great kickoff return by Micah Jordan. And now this gives the Rebels a first down at the Blue Raider 32-yard line. So Cleveland has not made the Rebels punt yet. Jones looks to the side for a lengthy time. 6:30 on the clock. Empty backfield. Motion back to the original line where he started from. It's going to be Jones. Oh, hammered. My. Oh, Dylan Harrell nailed him. That was like a jackhammer right there. Dylan Harrell, who leads the team with 10 tackles for losses. That was not a tackle for a loss. But did he ever cover, smothered, scattered, and dumped number 5, Will Jones?
Man, that was a hit. That's a Dick Butkus hit.
Yes, it was. May he rest in peace.
Yes.
What a ball player. 2nd and 5 for the Rebs. And it's going to be Davis back in there after a 1 play out. He'll get maybe a yard and a half just inside the Cleveland 25-yard line. But a quick moving first quarter because the Rebs are keeping it on the ground, burning a lot of clock, and it has worked thus far. 10-0 Rebels over the Raiders. Special night here at Raider Field. The 1993 Cleveland State Championship team will be honored at the half. Everybody in tight. And keeper, quarterback, Cleveland misses a tackle, bounces outside 20 and almost to the 15-yard line. Avery Hughes on the tackle, but the tightest formation we've seen from the Rebels, Joe.
Yes, yeah, they were pulled up there.
And they convert the play to a first down at the Cleveland 18-yard line. Practically every snap has been on the Cleveland home side of the field tonight.
Yes.
New set of downs. Maryville 4-3 on the year. Cleveland 5-2. And again, a good snap, and Price Davis to the 15-yard line.
A.J. Westfield on the tackle.
A.J. Westfield with a great future in front of him, only a sophomore, and he is going to be one fine football player before his days at Cleveland High are finished. Lamcon Ready Mix, play clock at 20. They kind of comes to the line a little bit early for them. 12 seconds on the play clock. Fake throw. It's incomplete. Intended for the big guy, Eli Elkins. He goes up. He's hit by Micah Jordan, and the official's going to say Micah got there a little bit too quick. I'd like to see instant replay on that.
I would too. That flag came out awful late.
In slow-mo. Well, we'll just say, Joe, sometimes we question.
Yeah. This will be a half the distance to the goal. So it was a 9-yard penalty.
You know, it looked like pretty good timing from up here.
Yeah.
But anyway, Cleveland hit with a penalty, and they will put the ball at the Blue Raider 7-yard line. 3:45 on the clock.
That gave them a first down also. So it's first and goal.
This time, middle of the field. Every snap has been a good snap thus far for the Rebels, and this one is. And Price Davis is hit by Antonio Westfield Jr. at the line. He might have fallen forward to the 6, and that's it.
I believe he's still at the 7, no gain.
Clock shows 3:20 to go in the half. Southland Finance halftime show coming up. And it will be honoring the 1993 Cleveland High undefeated state championship team. Motion left side, here's a give. No, a nice keeper.
Yeah,
a great fake by freshman quarterback Will Jones. Sucked the Cleveland defense in on the fake to Davis and went left side untouched from 7 out to make it a 16-0 count. So it's been a Maryville first half. Cleveland did come up short on a 4th down conversion attempt. It was about the half-yard line, and since that time it's all Rebels. Kick in the air, and good. So the score, 2:59 to go in the first half. The Rebels up 17-0. We'll take a break and be back. This is Sports on Mix 104.1.
Remember Me Senior Care is Cleveland's first assisted living and memory care neighborhood. They specialize in assisted living for those who are still active with a community of indoor and outdoor activities. They also provide memory care living for those who are facing life with dementia. Learn more online at remembermesc.com or call their office and set up an in-person visit at 423-473-3140. Remember Me Senior Care, a culture of care your loved one deserves.
No more, no more. I wanna but I'm broken hearted. But I like to party. But I got nobody here on my own. I wanna but I'm broken hearted. Since the day we partied. But I got nobody, so I do it so low.
And it was successful as it hit the turf and rolled, and Sarton came back and picked it up. So Cleveland with a lot of work to do and 2:53 to go in the half. You know, sometimes the best part of a broadcast is not what you hear on the air.
That's right.
It's during a break.
Yeah.
Keeley back at the station. Thanks for working with us all year long. We appreciate it. Good snap. And Cleveland running the ball. Breaking through, running hard. Brian Beard Jr. BBJ will go to the 31. He just wouldn't go down. So a nice pickup. Second and about 3. Cleveland needing to score before the half, and they screen it out left side to Braden Carroll. Third time he's caught the ball, and this one will be enough for a first. So move the chains. Cleveland at the Blue Raider 35-yard line. And the same play this time to Isaiah Davis. He breaks a tackle. Isaiah running hard, running over people. And Isaiah Davis almost to midfield.
Yeah, he drove those defenders another 5-6 yards easily.
12 receptions on the year for Isaiah Davis as they go trips left side. They fake the same play to him, and here goes L.J. Adams right around, right in, across the 45, and L.J. down to about the 43 of the Rebels. So they did the same formation, but this time instead of throwing, LJ goes to the right side instead of throwing to the left. Coming out of the backfield, it's going to be Davis, but Adams goes to the right side and tackled at the line of scrimmage. 1:40 to go. Cleveland with only one timeout. They burned 2 timeouts in the first quarter. So they're working with one timeout. Third down, 3. And Adams going to be hit and drugged down at the 45-yard line. Loss on the play. Well, don't know if that was going to be an intended run by him or he just didn't find anybody, but he took off real quickly. And the Rebels had his jersey and threw him down. So it's a Taziki's timeout on the field, and we'll take this break with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
All of the 93 football.
Looking, can't find anybody. LJ runs out of bounds at midfield, and the ball will go over on downs. That one was a little confusing.
Yeah, he needed to throw out and away instead of running out.
So Cleveland will turn the ball over on downs for the second time in the game. The first time was about the half-yard line, and this time at midfield. So the Rebels with 1:10 on the clock.
And 2 timeouts.
Trying to pad their lead. Good point, Joe. So that smart freshman quarterback, Will Jones, in there. There were 2 junior quarterbacks ahead of him, but he has come a long way and run this program quite well in the last few games. Long pass, one-on-one coverage, and it's knocked away at the last second. Aaron Smith. Oh,
there's a flag. The flag came out late again.
Oh, my. Well, you know, replay would tell us, Joe, but that one, I just am not sure about that at all.
Yeah, no, I think there was as much contact from the receiver as there was from the defender.
So that's a costly penalty against the Blue Raiders. Aaron Smith called for the
That's 8 penalties for 74 yards against the Blue Raiders so far.
Ball at the 34-yard line of Cleveland, 1:01 on the clock. A first down. And Jones going to do a screen pass left. It's going to be caught at the line of scrimmage. Here goes Davis to the 20, to the
He's
10.
in.
Forget about it. Price Davis, screen left, scores. There were some opportunities, but he turned up some heat going down the sideline. And Price Davis has put this game at a 23-0 count in favor of the Rebels. So, perfect timing, perfect call. He got a few blocks, but he did a lot on his own. The point after coming up at a quiet Raider field. And Jamison kicks it through again. As Joe said earlier, he's only missed 1 point after all year long.
Yeah, he's now 32 of 33.
24-0 Rebels here at Raider Field with 51 seconds to go till the half. So we'll just keep it right here.
Got a score from down at Red Bank. Bradley's up 7-0 at the half. So Red Bank's giving them a good show. With they've got several players out. Red Bank does. Of course, Bradley does too. Bradley's down about 5 starters.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah. So
wasn't aware.
Yes, their 2 main running backs, Wilson and Jay Allen Terry, are out.
I knew
Rodney Williams and
yeah.
a couple of one of the offensive linemen was down.
I knew about Jay Allen. Didn't know Wilson was down.
Mm-hmm.
He was the replacement for Jay Allen.
Yes.
51 seconds to go and a 24-0 count. So all Rebels in the first half. Cleveland's going to have to do a lot of regrouping at the half. For one thing, cut out penalties. And another pooch kick, second time in a row they've done that, taken at the 30-yard line. Coming back all the way across the field, it's Dylan Harrell. Dylan looking for a block, cuts it upfield, 40, 50, and finally forced out of bounds in Rebel territory. Dylan Harrell with a electric return right there. Again, well, two agains. Again, a flag on the field.
Oh, my.
And again, pass, or the kick is caught on the right side of Cleveland's kickoff formation, and they come all the way across the field to the left side. Dylan Harrell was about 1 or 2 blocks short
picking the
of
flag
breaking
up.
that one. So
Picking the flag up.
No flag on the play after all.
No,
And so Cleveland with 42 seconds to go and a chance to get their first points.
42 seconds and 43 yards needed.
They've had 2 good kickoff returns, one by Micah Jordan, but he was called for a face mask.
Yeah.
And then that one by Dylan Harrell.
Well, Isaiah Davis had one too that, that's why they're not kicking deep anymore. They saw what Isaiah and what Micah can do.
So this one will be at the Rebel 42-yard line. They fake, they look, going deep, great arm, pass to the end zone, incomplete.
Oh, got a flag.
On the play.
There you go.
Brian Beard Jr. had it go off the fingertips in the end zone.
Yeah.
We're going to guess interference. The white hat will say defensive pass interference. So a first down. And
28.
They will spot it at the Maryville 28-yard line. 31 seconds on the clock. Empty backfield for L.J. Adams. What an arm he showed just then. Looking, going to run with the ball and smothered at the 28-yard line. No more timeouts for Cleveland.
No.
They got to hurry. Clock at 20. Get the receivers back and lined up. and they spiked the ball with 14 seconds on the clock. So Cleveland having to use those timeouts in the first quarter hurt for right now, unable to call timeout.
LJ saw wide open space in front of him, but the guys that were right there beside him were able to snag him before he could get away.
So 14 seconds on the clock, 3rd down and 10. Looks, fires. Pass is going to be caught by Braden Carroll, his 4th reception of the first half. Clock at 7 seconds. Didn't seem like they used 7, but that's the ruling. Zimborski in, Sam Sarton out. So 7.6 seconds on the clock.
This is the 4th down.
They need 1.5 yards. They need a lot more than that to get on the board. They only need 20 yards for a score. Adams rolling, looking, goes out of bounds. And is it going to be short?
Stop the clock.
They stopped the clock, but I think they stopped him short. Let's see.
I don't know. See where they spot it.
Real close. See what the...
Spot him on the 18.
And they give them a 1st down. So Cleveland will get a 1st down. That was close.
Yes. Got time for 1 play left, 3.7 seconds.
So empty backfield. Looking left, and going to be hit. Gets away, going to be hit and brought down back at the 25-yard line. So the Rebels come up with a big stop there, and Cleveland will go to the halftime down 24-0 to the Rebels. L.J. Adams still being attended to on the far side of the field. And we'll take a break and come back with the Southland Finance halftime show in a couple of moments.
Cheerleaders. At this time, we'd like to welcome to the field the 1993 Wrestling and Football State Championship team, led by head wrestling coach Al Miller and head football coach Benny Monroe. These two teams are of the most dominating programs ever in the state of Tennessee. Come on, fans, welcome these champions back to Benny Monroe Stadium.
1993 Raider wrestling team entered the 93 season as the defending small school state champions and a winning streak of 8 wins. The preparation for the 93 season actually started in the summer of 1992. Tyson Constant and Josh Colton qualified for a slot on a USA regional team and traveled with Coach Miller to Russia. The American wrestlers trained and competed with Russian wrestlers, and the two brought back many new ideas. The 1993 Raiders began the season by traveling to Murphy, North Carolina, and winning by a score of 66-3. The Raiders continued to increase their undefeated streak, and along the way, able to defeat strong teams like Red Bank, East Ridge, and by beating Bradley twice. A Bradley team that had some wrestlers like Heath Esslinger, Damon Floyd, and Travis Adams. As the Raiders continued to increase their streak along the way, they won tournaments in Bristol, the Bradley Invitational, and their own Cleveland Duels. As the season came to a close, the 1993 wrestlers won their second state dual meet championship by defeating Springfield High School in the finals. They, the first Cleveland wrestling team to go undefeated, 24 wins, and continuing that streak to 32 straight wins.
Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down.
Are you ready for some football?
Through the 80s and 90s, Coach Benny Monroe and the Cleveland High School football program made waves throughout the state of Tennessee with several attempts at a state championship. During the early 90s, the TSSAA reclassified all sports, and Cleveland High School found itself in the same region with Knoxville. Coach Monroe, along with members of his staff, Danny Carson, Leon Brown, Mark Tipton, Richard Shaw, Johnny Borders, and Bobby Thompson, knew it would be a difficult task, but the 1993 team was up for the task. This team laid the foundation for the 54-game winning streak for the next 3 years. During this season, the Blue Raiders rolled over opponents, averaging 44.5 points a game, while holding their opponents to an average of just 7.5 points per game. The dynamic duo of Keith and Kevin Cobb, along with Chris Whaley, reset the record books by each gaining over 1,000 yards during the season. Former Maryville and current ETSU head coach George Quarles stated that he modeled the dynasty he created at Maryville by modeling that program after what Coach Monroe had created at Cleveland High School during the 90s. These Blue Raiders continued to carry on the legacy of Blue Raider fierce pride through practice, performance on Friday nights, classroom excellence, and more importantly, contributing to the Cleveland community. This team finished the season with a 14-0 record, defeating the Nashville powerhouse Brentwood Academy in the championship game, and will go down in TSSAA football and Cleveland High School football as one of the greatest teams of all time. Join us as we welcome back to Benny Monroe Stadium, Coach Benny Monroe, members of his coaching staff, and the 1993 state champion, Cleveland High School Blue Raiders.
Wrestling and football state champions, one last round of applause. One more time, let's hear for our champions. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 2023 Maryville High School Red Rebel Marching Band. The band is led on the field by drum majors Ethan Cheatwood and Ashton James. This year's show is entitled The Way Up. Show theme is We Rise by Lifting Others Up. Musical selections include Carl Goes Up, composed by Michael Giacchino, and The Way Up, composed by the Pat Matheny Group. The show opener comes from the Grammy Award-winning film score to the Disney Pixar motion picture titled Up. The music that follows features the Grammy Award-winning showcase by the Pat Matheny Group for Best.
This produce looks amazing, and it smells so fresh. Food City is as picky about produce as I am, and that's hard to do. But they make it look easy with their picky promise. If it's ever not fresh, they'll replace it.
That's cool. And I thought their helpful certified butchers were the coolest thing about this place.
It's all here!
Nobody does food like Food City.
Drum majors, is your band ready?
trying their best to, chew the clock up so Cleveland's fast-paced offense is not on the field, and that's a good strategy against them.
It's working quite well. And go ahead, Joe.
But yeah, no, it's just like I say, it's been sort of one-sided. Cleveland did have a couple of drives that got into Rebel territory there, but was unable to cash in. Got stopped there at the half-yard line, and then Maryville turned around and drove it 99.5 yards for a score. So that's just, Maryville has had long, sustained drives, and Cleveland has moved the ball some, but just not what they want.
Joe, very good. And also, I think that drive that ended just before half, where Cleveland lost the ball on downs, and that was another tough ending there to a drive for Cleveland. They had two tough ones, like you said, stopped at the half-yard line in the first quarter, and then to me, late second quarter, unable to come away with points. And so,
well, on their first possession, that Jordan ran the ball back all the way to the 12-yard line on the kick return, but he had a 15-yard face mask penalty. So Cleveland took over on the Rebel 27 and only were able to get one first down and got stalled at the 3-yard line. The other one, they got stalled at the 1.5. So they've had opportunities. They've just not been able to punch it in.
Fourth down has not been kind to the Blue Raiders tonight. They punted one time. It was a short punt, yardage-wise, and the other times they've simply been unable to convert fourth downs. Neither team has turned the ball over thus far.
Yes, they 1 of 4 on fourth down conversions when they went for it. So yeah, they've got to take some inspiration from this 93 state championship team for this second half. They are going to also have to deal with the little mist that started outside, and so we'll see if that sticks with us or if it blows on through. But,
all right. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the first half at Bearden last week, Joe.
Well, that at Bearden was a little stronger than what this is. This isn't nowhere near that bad.
And Joe was an eyewitness to the rain in the first half at Bearden last week.
Yes, I worked the sidelines shooting pictures. My body doesn't physically allow me to do that, and I appreciate Alan Mincy helping me out tonight, coming and taking some pictures for me. But yeah, it was a constant. I think I took my jacket off once and had to put it back on within 5 minutes because it was just a constant hard drizzle, or well, more than a drizzle, but yeah, it was not fun.
Halftime score on Mix 104.1, 24-0, Maryville on top. As we've mentioned numerous times, here at the half, they honored the 93 state championship wrestling football team.
Bradley has scored again down at Red Bank. They're up 14-0 there early in the second half there.
Thank you, Joe, for the update. That game on 101.3 The Buzz with Gary Owenby, Coach Earl Rowan. And here we're going to take another break, send it back to Keeley at the station.
Well, Lee University specializes in helping you find your next path, your education, your calling, your faith. Wherever you feel led, we know you can make a difference. That's why your Lee family will be with you to guide the way. No matter what twists and turns lie ahead, you can expect something great from Lee University.
Rick's Plumbing Service, a family-owned business specializing in new commercial and residential plumbing. They can do it all. Rick's Plumbing Service has been in Cleveland for 35 years. Call Jason or Josh at Rick's Plumbing Service, 423-595-6143. That's 595-6143.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Goodyear brand tires in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank account's too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com.
The ability to try a criminal case in front of a jury is one of the most important skills a lawyer can have. Make sure you hire a lawyer that can do it. The law offices of Stephen Hatchett are here for your criminal needs in Athens, Cleveland, and surrounding areas. Contact their offices at 423-290-7698 or message them at Facebook.com/Hatchett Law.
Unlike the Cleveland offense, to another level tonight.
Well, I want to say I've learned something. I never knew his middle name, so now he'll be Allen Phillips.
Absolutely, that's right. He sounds like a guy that's on the run, doesn't he? Allen Phillips.
Yeah, absolutely.
Josh Rogers, first of all, you and Sheldon have it on Mixed TV, and you'll be going back live in a couple of moments. So
no, we got plenty of time.
Yeah, we told them
it's
we were
TV.
leaving.
They can still see it, Terry. We don't say a word.
Yeah, we told them we were leaving. We found out Heartline landed in Knoxville about 20 minutes ago and told him he better get here before the fourth quarter because we were going home.
Well, tell us your thoughts about working Mixed TV with Sheldon.
Is on at Cleveland Ford, and I'm here to tell you the car business is back. Cleveland Ford's inventory's back with over 100 new Fords in stock. Discounts are back, so prices are down, interest rates are down, and rebates are up. In addition to all that, Cleveland Ford has up to $2,000 in trade assistance cash available that you can use as a down payment or to pay off your trade. So hurry into Cleveland Ford today, because with all they've got going on, now is the time to buy.
In Chattanooga, we have always led the way forward. From our beginnings propelling the locomotive to becoming known as the Gig City, to working with the TVA's mission of providing reliable power while preserving our region's beauty. Here at Village Volkswagen, we continue that tradition by helping the TVA electrify their fleet with the all-new VW ID4. As World Car of the Year, it only makes sense it's made in our city. Reserve yours at villagevw.com and let's lead the way like we've always done.
The best shower remodel at the best price. Montgomery Showers is offering free installation, plus 18 months of no interest and no payments. Montgomery Showers, local, quality, value, montgomeryshowers.com.
Nowadays, it seems like nothing is built to last. Phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2 tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts. Go see Franny or Tony at Capital Tire Service, 170 Broad Street Southwest. Capital Tire Service, downtown Cleveland.
Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care treats all orthopedic injuries, including neck and back pain. At Voitic Center for Orthopedic Care, insurance isn't a worry because they accept all insurances and can even get same-day appointments or even walk-ins. Digital x-rays are even on site. Voitic Center is also a certified concussion care specialist. Contact Dr. Voitic and his staff at 479-3600 for your appointment today.
Well, we like to think what makes Andrew Johnson make different is the way we work with our community and our customers. We also have a great staff with a lot of experience that we feel like can help you whatever your need is for banking. I love the community. Like I said, I was born and raised here. I've seen it grow, and I love our growth pattern. It's just a great place to live with friendly people that just make you feel at home.
Everyone there at the Porsche dealership are so personable and very knowledgeable that we just keep coming back.
Being in real estate for like 34 years, you really come to value and appreciate the level of service that Range Rover gives you.
The service department goes above and beyond with their routine service maintenance, and they get me out of there quickly.
Chattanooga Auto Square Luxury lives here.
We're back here, second half.
It's
a little squib kick that gets muffed but picked up by Cleveland. Thankfully, Josh, that would have been a terrible start, but great job by Brian Beers.
Decent field position near the 30, but of course they had seen Isaiah Davis and Micah Jordan in the first half have nice returns, so they are staying away from that, rightfully so. Cleveland with the ball, and Brown Beard Jr. coming off the field after the return. He doesn't miss very many plays. And it's going to be Isaiah Davis standing beside L.J. Adams to start the third quarter. Ball officially at the 33-yard line. Four-man front for the Rebs. Adams looks, going to run out of time. He's going to be tackled again. It's not a sack, but it's about a yard gain. They have spied on him all game, Joe. They've not let him run loose like he usually does.
Yeah, they've kept him pretty well corralled.
Maryville's done an excellent job of making it a bad night for LJ. Pass, left side, screen, and it's going to be Braden Carroll breaking a couple of tackles. That young sophomore will take it to the 40-yard line. Cleveland looks at 3rd and 3. They keep running that play over and over again.
Yeah, it's working most of the time.
So 3rd down and 3 from the Blue Raider 40. LJ right side, quick pass, caught. Zimborski's first catch of the game. They have a first. They are in Maryville territory near the 46 of the Rebs. That was pretty. LJ put some fire behind that one. Zimborski hangs on. Raiders quickly to the line from the Rebel 46-yard line, needing something positive. LJ, they take away the screen right. LJ will go left, inside the 45, inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
And they backed him up to the 40.
So 2nd down coming up. Rebels did a good job of taking that play away from Cleveland. Here's a nice fake by LJ, right side, and he slides at the 30-yard line on the wet turf. So move the chains again.
That's what you want to see out of your quarterback, is take a slide there instead of a hit.
A Cleveland Ford first down for the Blue Raiders at the Rebel 30-yard line. Cleveland tried to put some spark in it after halftime. Turning the ball upfield to the 30, 25, 20, Micah Jordan. So, and we get a stoppage.
You got a player down.
Over, way back at the 33-yard line, a Maryville player injured. And so we'll take a quick 30-second timeout. With 10:01 to go in the third quarter, Maryville 24, Cleveland nothing, Blue Raiders driving here to start the third quarter. Thank you. Oh, showed that burst of speed. So first and goal to go. Cleveland trying to put points on the board first time tonight from the 3. It's going to be keeper L.J. Adams will walk it in. L.J. Adams has just scored his 9th rushing touchdown of the year. Cleveland, L.J. Adams, 9 rushing touchdowns on the year. Came in averaging 6 yards a carry. As we go to the swinging gate point after attempt.
Maybe the Raiders took some inspiration from the 93 state championship team being honored at halftime there.
And so put a spark back in this ball game. And so now it looks like they're going to go for the old-fashioned point after. Sloan Bolaños puts it up, and it's good. And for Sloan, this year, that's his 20th point after conversion. So we'll be back in 60 seconds with the Cleveland kickoff. It's Maryville 24, Cleveland 7, back in 60. Thank you.
For more than 50 years, Cleveland Plywood Company has been serving our community. They're dedicating to providing quality products with professional service to all of Cleveland and our surrounding area. They offer easy pickup or delivery on everything in stock. Cleveland Plywood carries every element of the building process, including windows, doors, truss, flooring materials, shingles, and of course, building lumber. Stop by and visit them. Cleveland Plywood, 2700 20th Street, Northeast in Cleveland, or call 472-3357.
Kick rolls out of bounds.
Not going to go 10 yards.
And it didn't get to the 40-yard line either, as Joe said. So give Maryville the football. Cleveland's onside attempt just a yard or two short. Cleveland had a person there, but the ball got out of bounds.
Terry, that scoring series went 9 plays for 67 yards. That's a good start for the second half for Cleveland. They needed something to spark them, and let's see if this inspires the defense to get maybe some turnovers and give them more opportunities.
Maryville comes to the line for the first time in the third quarter, 9:21 on the clock. Here in the third, they're up 24-7. Cleveland gets their first points a moment ago. A nice drive. And no penalties, Joe.
That helps.
It's going to be Price Davis, left side, breaks the tackle, but the second hit will bring him down. Micah Jordan on the hit and the stop. Micah, a senior, has a great future ahead of him going to Virginia Tech to play baseball.
Yeah. That's a gain of 2 on that. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
And the Lamcon Ready Mix play clock, down to 15.
Terry, we got another score down at Red Bank. Bradley's up 28-0 now.
Thanks, Joe. And nice fake pass. Left side's going to be caught. Was he in bounds far side of the field? Yes. So freshman quarterback Will Jones under pressure, but he did get the pass off. And his favorite receiver, Eli Elkins, comes in with the catch. From the Blue Raider 41-yard line, Rebels looking at third and 3. Other than maybe 1 or 2 plays, it's been Price Davis and Will Jones carrying the ball. And this time, option, right side, Jones will keep it, splits defenders and goes to the 30. Well, the freshman showed a lot of maturity there, Joe.
Yeah, he's
read the play, didn't give it to his running back, and went option right side, and wisely didn't pitch it because he had the yards.
Yeah, got 11 yards for another first down, and he's been handling it pretty good tonight for a freshman.
At the Cleveland 30-yard line, again, the Rebels, very few negative plays. Unless it was a penalty, I don't remember Cleveland throwing them for a loss. High snap. They get the ball over to Davis, and Davis hits the line hard and keeps chugging. He is good at breaking tackles, and he'll go to the 22-yard line. Davis listed as 5'11", 185. That's a solid 185.
Like I say, he stepped in when Ledoux broke his leg in the season opening game and has done well for him.
And he's only a junior, so they expect him to be big next year. Jones gets them set. And it's going to be Davis again, just pounding the Cleveland middle. And finally, the whistle blows at the 18-yard line. So a new set of downs. It's a first down for the Rebs. A methodical drive all night long by these guys.
Yes.
Threw it a few times, and Elkins was the big receiver, but they've just been so methodical the total game.
Yeah, and that's the type of ball that Maryville plays.
And just as we're talking how good they're doing, they get a 5-yarder. So put it back to the 26. Clock at 7:16 of the third, 24-7 Maryville. Next Friday night, it's the big one. Bradley Cleveland here at Raider Field. Get here early. Don't care what the records of the teams are, what playoffs on the line. It's Bradley Cleveland. You don't have to say any more.
Yeah, they're going to do a special unveiling of the statue of Bill Talley before the game over in Raider Arena lobby.
A nice fake. Now pass. It's going to be complete on the run. Jones passes, and he was behind the line of scrimmage, and so the pass is going to stand, and they will get a first down. Well, he might have been close to the line, but ruling is that he wasn't past it, so went to his left, was being chased, found a receiver over there, and a good-looking play. Almost halfway through the third quarter, 24-7 Maryville.
That receiver was Jacques Carter.
First and goal to go from the Cleveland 10. So Maryville trying to answer Cleveland's touchdown a moment ago. High snap. They get it to Davis, Price Davis. And even on plays that looks clogged up, he'll still get about 5. Blue Raiders have a player down at the 4. No, that's a Maryville player down at the 4. But let's give some credit here while we've got a break in the action as they attend to a Rebel at the 4-yard line. Play clock brought to you by Bradley Concrete, Lamcon Ready Mix. Over 40 years of experience, family-owned, lamcon.us. Punts by Cleveland Utilities. There've not been very many tonight. Cleveland Utilities, your hometown connection. Power punt brought to you by Cleveland Utilities, Keith Arnwine, and everybody at Cleveland Utilities. Next week, Jason Hildebrand will be back and be giving you the Crawford's Pharmacy sideline report. Tonight, penalties, there's been quite a few of them. L&B Appliance, large enough to meet all your appliance needs, small enough to appreciate your business. Derrick E. Road at Highway 64, L&B Appliance. Rick's Plumbing, family-owned business, service in Cleveland for over 35 years. And Quarterback Sacks, brought to you by Food City at Ocoee Crossing and McGrady Drive. Touchdowns, Tennessee Valley Urology, tnvalleyurology.com, offices in Cleveland and Athens. Extra points by Mars Wrigley. Apply at careers.mars.com. Rebels knocking on the door. They're in the key of Cleveland drive zone. High snap, but they'll give it to Price Davis. Cleveland stops him at the 4. Nice stop that time by the middle of the Cleveland D. And let's see. Third down for the Rebs at the Cleveland 4. Gut check time, Joe.
Yeah, they need to stop here. They need a turnover or stop. Nice stance.
Empty backfield. High snap. It's going to be stopped. Looks like we had a new.
Yeah,
looks like a new quarterback in there.
That was Graham Coulter, the junior, that come in.
Graham Coulter on the year coming in, a 28 of 56 passer, 1 TD, 4 interceptions. So his first run of the game.
He didn't get anything on it. They're still at the, well, I guess they're at the 3 now, so you got
So fourth down at Cleveland's 3. Are they going to go for the field goal? Undecided.
Yeah.
Play clock at 10.
I bet they're going to burn a timeout here and talk about it.
Yeah, they'll have to. They'll never get a playoff.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a Taziki's timeout for the Rebels, and they're going to let the clock wind down. You're talking about burning clock.
Yeah,
burning clock.
I guess. I mean, I don't know.
On the fourth
I don't
down?
know why you would do that for a field goal, but.
So, anyway, Hudson Jameson to come on, sophomore kicker, 4 of 6 in field. Actually, 5 of 7. He made one in the first half. 5 of 7 in field goals. Hit from 35 earlier. This one would be a 25. And Hudson Jameson is good. So the lead will go to 27-7 Maryville. 4:33 to go in the in the third quarter. And we'll be back in, well, we'll just keep it right here instead of going to the station. goal kickoff.
Another
and
pooch.
another pooch kick that will bounce and be fielded by Cleveland. And across the 35, running hard, 40, gang tackle at the 43-yard line. And that time, Cam Lockerbie shows his muscle. He is about as stout a football player as you want to meet. He is one tremendous athlete, works hard in the weight room. Cleveland, unfortunately, will be losing him after this season. He's a senior, along with Avery Hughes, Dylan Harrell. Great set of linebackers for the Cleveland D this year. Adams with time, now looks. And again, he's going to take a pounding after getting back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah. They have done a fantastic job of keeping LJ from making yards.
Yes, they have.
I mean, no other team has stopped him the way they're stopping him. Trips right side, the wide side of the field for Cleveland. And this will be Isaiah Davis, and Davis will get 2 yards, and that'll be the end of that play.
Isaiah Davis at the middle.
So Cleveland, just under 4 minutes to go in the third. We'll snap this one. Third down, 8 from the Blue Raider 45. LJ going to screen pass, but he's in so much trouble, threw it away.
Oh, man, that was close. He was trying to complete that screen pass, and the ball just sort of hung up there, and the Rebels almost got their 8th interception of the year.
And a late flag. So who did what? Don't see an indication yet.
Yeah, I was about to say
might
they could have had offensive linemen
ineligible downfield.
Yeah.
So
they're declining it.
So 4th down for Cleveland at their 45. So Blue Raiders had offensive linemen across the line, but you know, he didn't know LJ was in that much trouble back there, Joe. He thought a pass would have been completed.
They're going for it here.
Here's Adams rolling, a lot of trouble, threw it away, nobody there. You could call intentional grounding, but there's no need to because the ball's going over on downs.
Yeah, that's true, and the ball went past the line of scrimmage.
So LJ threw that one back toward the Cleveland bench, and there were no receivers on the field. There were some standing on the sideline, but nobody close to receiving that. And so, again, Cleveland will turn the ball over on 4th down. That's about 5 times tonight.
Yes, it is. And for the second time in the second half, Maryville starting in Cleveland territory.
So from the Cleveland 45, 3:24 to go in the third. Rough Cleveland game right now through 2.5 quarters. 27-7 Rebs. Hash mark, home side of the field. Nice fake pass. It's going to be Elkins again. He'll be forced out of bounds. The big man is out at the 40, giving 5 yards. He may now be their leading receiver coming into the game. Brenton Barrett was their leading receiver. We haven't heard from him tonight, but Eli Elkins has been a thorn. Rebels to the line at the Cleveland 40, 2nd down. Getting a little cool up here, Joe, in the press box.
Yeah, it is. They said it's supposed to be down to about 59 tonight.
And light mist out there on the field. Here is the quarterback up the middle. Look out. 20, 10, it's over. Running another touchdown is Will Jones, the freshman. I can see why he's their starting quarterback the last few games.
I can understand that for sure. He has done an excellent job tonight.
From 40 yards out, freshman Will Jones, 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. He has some speed, and once he broke through the line untouched, it was just a matter of time till he went to the end zone.
Well, they sort of lull you to sleep with running Davis so much, and then all of a sudden Jones fakes it to him and goes on.
Point after by Jameson is good. So it's a 40-yard Tennessee Valley Urology touchdown run for quarterback Will Jones, and we'll be back in 60. That's consistent right there.
Yeah.
Mercy, Joe.
There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology, mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Cleveland's kickoff returned up to the 43-yard line. Again, a short kickoff for the Rebs, and Cleveland has good field position at their 43-yard line to start this drive. Got their first points to open the third quarter, a nice drive. It's going to be Brian Beard Jr. breaks a hole, midfield, 40, and down to the 39-yard line. So a quick gain of, what's that, Joe, 13?
17.
Cleveland to the line from the Reb 40.
Got a new quarterback.
New quarterback in the game. Pass caught by L.J. Adams, as throwing the football was Chase Stevens. It's good to see Chase back out there. Got hurt in the Ray County game, has missed games since then with a concussion. Going to go to the air again, too high and intercepted. Intercepted at the 10-yard line and thrown out of bounds at the 25. So Chase Stevens may be a little amped up coming in after being out for a month with a concussion, seeing his first action since the Ray County game, and got a little bit too much on that one. Overshot the receiver, and pass is intercepted. But even though it ends in an interception, it is so good to see Chase out there on the field.
Yes.
At the Ray County game, we can say it now, Joe, that looked like a very bad situation when Chase was on the field and couldn't get up.
Yes, I agree. That's the Rebels' 7th interception of the season.
And it's still going to be Will Jones in there to call the plays. Freshman quarterback has done very well tonight. It's going to be Davis, and he's going to be hammered to the floor by BBJ, and also is Tyson out there. Lorenzo Tyson. Lorenzo has had a good season. He's a junior. He'll be back next year. 2 minutes to go in the third, a 34-7 Rebel lead. So this is, if this stands, it's the fewest points of the year for Cleveland. They got 14 at Walker Valley. That's the lowest score this year. And the way the Rebs are playing, Cleveland with a quarter and a 1:45 to go, they're going to have to amp it up to get double figures. Flag on the play against the Rebs. It's going to be motion 5 yards. And so back them up, 2nd and long. Still a light miss falling. And it's been consistent, Joe, for about 3 quarters that missed.
Yeah, it's not hard, but it's, consistent there and just little, enough to make the things a little slick probably.
So the Rebs coming out of the huddle with 9 seconds on the Lamcon Ready Mix play clock. And nice fake, and here goes Jones again. Nice fake, and they didn't get him, and he's across the 35, 40, 45, and down at the 45-yard line. Nice speed, and Cleveland going for the fake, caved in, left side was open, and away he went.
21-yard carry, and Lockerbie made the tackle. That if he gets past him, he may be gone all the way again.
They have worked that play to perfection. Rebs out of the huddle. New set of downs at their 45. Clock with 45 seconds to go in the third. Toss, and it's going to be Davis. And Davis finally forced out of bounds. Got a nice block here in front of us on the edge and gained a few more yards. Moved the chains again. He gets to the Cleveland 41.
14-yard gain on that.
I know Rebs come in with 3 losses on the year, but they look awful good, Joe.
Well, you got to look who those losses were to. You know, we talked about that. They've only lost to 2 number 1 ranked teams and the number 6 ranked team. So, and that was in overtime. So, they're not a bad team. You know, they're not what they've been in years past, but they're still a very, very good team.
Could be dangerous in the playoffs.
Yes.
First down, Rebels, and Cleveland stuffs it. Nice play that time. Coming up to make the tackle, Isaiah Davis. Isaiah came up quickly on that, and they got the line of scrimmage, and that was it. Clock at 18 seconds to go in the third quarter. Rebels are going to let it run out, and so it's going to be at the end of 3, Maryville 34, Cleveland 7. We'll be back in 60 seconds to bring you the fourth quarter. Sports on Mix 104.1, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public.
My name's Billy. Me and my son Ryan bought my 2 partners out in January, so it's now a family-owned business. But at this location, Express Athletics has been here for 21 years, and now we're Express Screen Printing and Embroidery, operating as Express Athletics. We're family-owned, locally owned. We turn product pretty fast. Plus it supports the community, and we give back to the local schools and athletes and other programs. We offer screen printing and embroideries, some sublimation and stickers and cups, but we most of it's our school, and then we do screen printing and embroidery for family reunions, for businesses, for picnics, anything, any event we can do. Shirts, hats, jackets, sweatpants, anything you need. So.
Thanks to Keeley and Ryan at the station and everybody associated with Mix 104.1, helping us bring you Cleveland football for the 2023 season. Right now, Blue Raiders going to the fourth quarter, down to Maryville at 34-7. And Cleveland to host Bradley next week. Bradley leading Red Bank, a non-region game in Chattanooga. So regardless of records coming in, Joe, you and I have seen a lot of Bradley-Cleveland games where one team or both teams weren't exactly playing well or had a great record, and it's still a great game.
Yeah, you throw those records out. I know Bradley's going to be unbeaten coming in, but that doesn't mean anything to the Raiders.
New running back in the game for the Rebs, as we've seen enough of Price Davis. I'm glad he's getting the fourth quarter off. Maybe he's already on the bus, Joe. Carrying the ball for the Rebs is Ivan Venata.
Third down for the defense.
He got 3 yards on that.
Ball at the Blue Raider 37. Bradley Concrete, Lamcon ready mix play clock at 10. Motion, and it's going to be a keeper. Trouble, and going down on a direct snap was Britton Barrett. So the first time Britton's carried the ball. And Rebs look at fourth down at the Cleveland 39. 4th and 8. As we hit the 11-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Stay tuned when Joel and I finish here for Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. Hardy's Friday Night Blitz, a Cleveland tradition for the last 20 years. 4th and 8, Reb's going to go for it. It appears.
No,
Quick kick. And this one will go to the end zone. So on this wet artificial turf, once it hit, scooted and slid and found the end zone. So they lose, what, about 20 yards there?
Yeah, they pushed back about 19 yards. So, yeah. But, you know, if you can get that ball to stop and get somebody down there, or you get it, or they needed to kick it more towards the sideline if they wanted to pin it in. But
Cleveland comes out, 10:35 to go in the game, and it's going to be Chase Stevens, I believe, at quarterback. The give up the middle, and not much. Very, very little. So Chase Stevens in there, as we said, sophomore, and played the last series. Brian Beard Jr. on the carry for Cleveland for 3. Isaiah Davis comes in to replace him. Stevens looks, now going to run with the ball, and might have lost a yard. So once again, regardless of how he performs, I'm just thrilled that he is able to be out there on the field. About a month ago, as we said, in the Ray County game, he took a hit, a hard hit, a legal hit. Wasn't anything illegal, but it was very dangerous looking. Pass over the middle, going to be caught by Zimborski. 40, breaks a tackle. Zimborski breaks another. Still on his feet. Finally down to the 41-yard line.
Gave him the 40.
Lucas Zimborski.
38-yard.
Nice throw by Stevens. Going to put it in there again. It's going to be L.J. Adams. Second time he's caught a ball from Chase Stevens. And L.J. will get about 8 on the play. So a little bit of spark out there.
Cleveland trying something a little different here. So
low snap. Stevens going to fire, and it's going to be caught left side and dropped. Oh, well, don't know what happened to the receiver, but he was open momentarily. The ball was there.
I think it's the old situation where you started to take off before you had the ball secured in.
So just a drop ball. Pass on the money, but a drop ball. Clock stopped at 8:52 in the 4th. Empty backfield. Toss. Out to Isaiah Davis. Incomplete. Thrown too high.
Yeah, that could have been picked off by the defender that was coming up there, but it hit Davis's hands and scooted over his head. So
flag after the play. It's going to be unsportsmanlike on one of the big guys. I don't know if it's Cleveland big guy or Maryville big guy, but there seemed to be a difference of opinion, and so we got a yellow flag. No indication yet on who's going to lose yardage. No flag.
No flag.
Second time in the game, no flag. All right. So 8:47 on the clock. Maryville 34, Cleveland 7. Fourth down and 3. Cleveland with the ball. Chase Stevens at quarterback. L.J. Adams moves to outside receiver, and this will be snapped at the 33 of Maryville. 4th and 3. Stevens looks, going to fire, going to be caught by Zimborski.
Yeah.
A first down to the 16-yard line. Well, Zimborski and Chase Stevens teaming up again over the middle of the field. But we've got a yellow back where you normally see a hole. If it is, that's Cleveland's third hole of the game.
It is. They're going to negate the 18-yard gain.
So Blue Raiders' third hold. And so that's going to back them up and wipe out the completion to Zimborski. And the official's mic went dead, so we don't know who it's on.
So it's going to be 4th down, and it looks like about 13.
Well, shame that completion got wiped out.
Yeah.
Cleveland would have had the ball around the 15 or so. 4th and long. Stevens fires over the middle.
Back to
Zimborski's
Zimborski
there.
again.
Breaks a tackle.
And he's got the first down.
Down.
Go back to the same there, and that worked.
So Zimborski and Stevens team up for the 3rd time, the 2nd one that will count. A Cleveland Ford first down. Quick toss outside. L.J. Adams.
Incomplete.
Unable to snag it out of the air. So from the Rebel 23-yard line, 8:15 to go in the game, and now they move it to the 22. So 2nd and 10. Cleveland almost in the key of Cleveland drive zone. Over the middle, intercepted. And it's going to be the 2nd interception of Stevens, and the return to the 30-yard line coming up with the
got
pick
a flag coming in after the play.
Smith. So Andrew Smith intercepts Stevens, and let's see what the late flag is. Well, they picked the flag up twice in the game, so we'll see if they pick this one up. Joe Cannon, I want to publicly thank you for being with us tonight and giving the comments and the stats and insight into the game. I appreciate you being with us.
Well, sure. I mean, when you told me how much Heartline paid to do this, I said, well, no doubt about it. I need to make a car payment.
Here's a give. Joe, you've been taking that medication again. Here's a give and a nice run, about 8 yards. And carrying the ball that time, Wyatt Haas. So ball across midfield, give it to Rebs at the Cleveland 48-yard line. So Lightning will not strike 2 years in a row here at Raider Field. Cleveland came away with the upset win last year to stop a insurmountable 144-game region winning streak for the Rebs. So not going to happen tonight. No upset tonight. From the Cleveland 48, it's going to be Haas again, close to a first.
Ball carriers tackled by number 34, Gabe Moore.
Next week, kickoff 7 o'clock here at Benny Monroe Stadium, Raider Field. We're not overhyping it. Bradley's #1 in the state, and Cleveland would love nothing than to break like an 8-game losing streak to the Bears, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a long time since Cleveland celebrated here at Raider Field over Bradley.
And, you know, that would just that would make the season for them if they can do that.
Absolutely, like beating Maryville last year.
Yeah.
So,
and like I say, that put them in a good position playoff-wise.
Bradley Cleveland next Friday night. And a high snap, a give, and barely getting to the line of scrimmage is the Rebels. And then 2 weeks from tonight, Cleveland wraps up the regular season here at home against Hardin Valley. So ball still at the Blue Raider 45. So after being on the road what seems like the entire season, Cleveland home tonight. Next Friday against Bradley. 2 weeks from now, wrapping up the regular season here at home against Hardin Valley. Senior night at Raider Field. Hash mark, far side of the field, 2nd and 10. Got some new people in there for the Rebs, and we get a whistle before the snap. Timeout for Maryville. We'll take it with them. This is a Taziki's timeout. 5:49 on the clock. Maryville 34, Cleveland 7, back in 60. Quarterback in the game for Maryville, Graham Coulter, junior quarterback. We'll have the trivia coming up as soon as this plays over. 2nd and 10 from the Cleveland 45. Toss out to the right side, running room. Oh, and somebody comes up and
Dylan
says
Harrell.
No more running room. And now for the trivia question. Tonight, a very special football team in the history of Cleveland High was honored tonight at halftime. What year was the team that was honored tonight? What year were we honoring? Either the year or how many years ago it was. There's 2 correct answers. The exact year it happened, or how many years ago was it the team that was honored tonight at halftime at Redder Field. 614-6499. 614-6499. Keeley awaits your call. And so trivia tonight, 614-6499. And let us give you what you will win. It's going to be free chicken gyro and free hummus appetizer at Taziki's. So be the first correct caller to 614-6499. Win that Taziki's trivia. Joe, as I was promoting that, we had a play, so it's 4th down for the Rebs.
Yes, quarterback kept the ball, gained 3 yards, but it's still 4th down and looks like about 5 to go.
And looks like the second timeout from Maryville, so we'll be back. 4:28 on the clock. Score the same, 34-7 Maryville. 614-6499. What year or was the team that was honored tonight? What year was honored, or how many years ago was it? 614-6499. Keeley awaits your call, and we'll come back in 60.
Class of 1978. McDonald's. Benchmark.
Oh, nailed him. Ball loose. That's our defensive play of the game right there.
Yes, it is.
Oh, and they're going to call it for celebrate. Are you kidding me? Jeez. Come on, guys. Did you see who recovered that fumble? Okay. No, he caused it, but I don't. It was somebody else who recovered it. Yeah.
Keeley, how much time? Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I've got that. How much time do we have
We're,
in
we're
break?
good. We're
okay,
good.
all right.
We got
Tim Ogle, the winner of the trivia. Tim, thank you for listening. We appreciate you being the first correct caller. Everybody else that called, thank you for calling. As the Rebs did not convert on 4th down, Cleveland made a big play, recovered the ball at the Reb 45-yard line, and as Joe Cannon pointed out, that's going to be the defensive play of the game up to this point. Cleveland, a quick toss to L.J. Adams, 3 yards. Another toss to L.J., dropped the ball. Clock will stop at 3:55, so that 4th down stop by Cleveland.
Yeah, that was a 14-yard sack and caused fumble. We didn't see who picked up the fumble, but Isaiah Davis nailed him back there.
A bad snap started that for the Rebels, so a Food City sack for the Cleveland D. Here's the pass going to be caught, and it's going to be Braden Carroll running all the way across the field, and Braden's going to take a hit and down at the 48 of Cleveland. Did he fumble? He fumbled. Give the ball to the Rebs at the Cleveland 47-yard line. So a completion and a fumble. Cleveland's 3rd turnover of the game. Tim Ogle, thank you for listening. Come by the station during regular business hours next week and get your Tzatziki's gift card. And once again, we appreciate everybody that called in with answers. Thank you for listening. As this one's been a tough one for the Blue Raiders, 34-7 under the 4-minute mark. It's going to be Coulter in there as the quarterback. Breeze picking up a little bit. And Coulter's going to keep. Right side and a couple of yards and nailed at the 45 of the Blue Raiders. Joe, your thoughts at the Friday night game next week here, Bradley-Cleveland?
Well, it's like it always going to be. It's always a dandy, and I expect nothing less next week. I think it'll be a dogfight to the end.
Greg Phillips, Jason Hildebrand will be back with us next week, so we appreciate Joe Cannon very much being with us. And Joe, once again, thanks for being up here helping out.
Sure.
Here's a keeper. Coulter will stretch and go to the 41. Oh, wait, that's... Oh, tackle by Dylan Harrell. I thought they were giving me a different ball carrier with the ball.
We got a final from Red Bank. Bradley won 35-0 down there, and they were playing with 4 or 5 starters missing, but I'm assuming most all those guys will probably be back for a game next week here at Cleveland.
So it's going to be 3rd down for the Rebs. Clock at the 2:20 mark. Coulter resets the running back and gives to him, and he breaks through the line to the 40, to the 35, down to the 33-yard line. Cohen Babalay, first carry, a sophomore. Hardy's Friday Night Blitz when we finish here. Next week's game will be on 3 of our stations. It'll be on Mix TV, Steve Hartline, and Stephen Shelton, and also on 101.3 The Buzz with Gary and Earl, and then here on Mix 104.1 as they give the ball to Babalay again, couple of yards, stopped at the 30 of Cleveland. Here on Mix 104.1 with the Bradley-Cleveland game next week, 7 o'clock for the kick. Get here early or you'll be walking a long way for a parking place.
Yeah.
And Greg Phillips, Jason Hildebrand back with us next week. But Joe, you'll be up here in the press box and you can chime in anytime.
Okay, I was wondering if you're going to put Earl Gary on one side and you guys on the other. Let me sit in the middle here.
Well, I believe they'll be on the other side in the other press box.
Oh, okay.
And Maryville's going to kneel down. Clock under a minute to go. So Rebels have one more kneel down. And the final tonight, unless something happens on this last play, is going to be 34-7 Rebels. They've played an excellent ball game. Cleveland has had some costly penalties, a few plays that didn't turn out right, and that's going to be the ball game as they kneel down again. The final tonight here on Mix 104.1 from Raider Field, Benny Monroe Stadium, as we celebrate the 1993 state championship Cleveland Blue Raiders of Benny Monroe. So trivia answer, 1993 or 30 years ago, either answer was correct. Congrats to Tim Ogle for getting the answer, and so Tim will have that Taziki's gift card. Pick it up next week at the station as Joe Kennan and I prepare for the post-game show. Jenkins post-game show coming up in a couple of moments to wrap up a 34-7 count in favor of Maryville. And we'll be back with the post-game show brought to you by Jenkins in a couple of